Hello everyone, welcome to my channel The Glide Script. If you are preparing for the ServiceNow CSA exam, this is the only video you need before your exam. This video combines the complete CSA practice series, 500 plus real exam pattern questions all in one place. Every question in this video is designed based on the actual CSA exam format, structure and latest trends. This is not random content, this is focused exam level practice. If you go through this entire video honestly and revise it properly, no one can stop you from clearing the CS exam in your very first attempt. I have put a lot of effort into building this complete series so you don't have to search for questions or depend on the dumps. So take your time, practice seriously and use this as your final preparation. And this entire video's length will be around 3 hours. This 3-hour video can save you days of effort and a lot of money if you all pass your exam in very first attempt. Instead of wasting time on searching, invest these 3 hours wisely. Practice properly, revise again, and you will walk into the exam with real confidence. If this helps you, make sure to like, share and subscribe to the Glide Script. Let's begin. Welcome to episode 1 of this complete CSA practice series. This series is built around the latest exam blueprint and current question patterns available from the Zurich release. The structure, formatting, and scenario style are designed to match the real CSA exam experience. So when you sit in the exam, nothing feels unfamiliar. The way the questions are framed, the way the options are structured, the way scenarios test your understanding, everything follows the real exam pattern. And this is just the beginning. Across this full series, I will cover more than 500 carefully structured practice questions. If you complete this entire series seriously and practice honestly, you will walk into your exam fully prepared and confident, I can guarantee. In fact, before going to your CS exam, you should complete this series at least once. Now let me address something important. Almost every day in WhatsApp community group, I see someone asking for the latest dumps, latest exam dumps. But here is the truth. Rushing behind dumps creates fear, confusion and weak understanding. You don't need to chase dumps anymore. If you complete this entire structured practice series, you will gain clarity, confidence and real exam readiness the right way. No shortcuts, no panic, no guesswork. Just focused preparation aligned with the latest exam style. Test yourself honestly, track your score, improve where needed. If you are serious about clearing the CSA Zurich 2026 exam, this is your preparation ground. Let's begin. So in part 1, I have taken total 33 questions. And first I will give you the question, pause the video and then answer by yourself. After a few seconds, I will disclose the answer as well. So let's start with the first question. What data formats can Integration Hub parse? There are 3 options given. The answer will be both XML and JSON responses. So using Integration Hub, you can parse XML and JSON responses from API calls without writing code. So task table is a dash table. Fill in the blank with the right option. So answer will be base. Task is one of the core tables provided with the base system. It provides a series of standard fields used on each of the table that extend it. Incident, problem, change, etc. The next question, question number 3 is, what is the purpose of formatter in ServiceNow instance? Select one of the following. Just pause the video and try to answer by yourself. The answer is the second option. Formatter is a form element used to display information that is not a field in the record. You can see the description I have given below. Then the question number 4, on the ServiceNow instance, where does the global text search appear? A very simple question, answer will be the banner. So question number 5, which of the below is not a list interface element? Options are fields, title bar, column headings and gauge. So gauge is not a list interface element. The next question number 6, which of the following is a base example of contextual security in ServiceNow? Try to answer by yourself. The answer will be the ACL. Contextual security is securing your data and record using create, read, write, delete functionality using the ACL. Then which protocol is used to send outbound emails from ServiceNow? It will be SMTP. SMTP is used to send outbound emails from the ServiceNow. You can read the notes below for the more details. Then question number 8, a variable set is a modular unit of variables that can be shared between catalog items. It is true or false? Yes, it can be used. Then question number 9, we have which one of the statement below describes the relationship between the incident table and the task table? Read all options and then try to answer by yourself. The answer will be the second option. The incident table extends the task table. So in ServiceNow, the incident table inherits field and functionalities from the task table. The task table is a base table and incident is a derived or extended table. Then we have question number 10. Which module in service catalog application is responsible for creating items? It seems very simple. Maintain item. Maintain item is an application module that lists few types of request item like catalog item, record producer, standard change template, software catalog, hardware catalog, etc. And all of these are extended from the base SCCat item table and used for request fulfillment from your service catalog. Now we have question 11. Which of the below components runs on server side on ServiceNow instance? Select all that apply. So these type of questions are very tricky. There are 6 options and you will have to choose multiple. Script include business rule and data policy runs on the server side. These are the server side. Scripting and script include is the reusable server side script. Business rule we perform the CRUD operations. Now we have the question number 12. Which out of the box support will help you to avoid creating duplicate while implementing data? So answer will be college field. Second option. So the college options allows you to update existing target table records when transforming import data. Next question is question number 13. Which technique is used to get information from a series of reference fields from different tables? So dot walking is used to get the information from a series of reference field. We use dot walking. So answer will be dot walking. Then question number 14. Which table stores information about CI relationship existing on a ServiceNow instance? So answer will be CMDB underscore rel underscore CI. This is the table name. The CI relationship table in a ServiceNow instance is CMDB rel CI. Question number 15. From the below options, please choose the correct definition of inactivity monitor in ServiceNow instance. So option number 2 is the correct. You can read it. Inactivity monitors are designed to track and act upon tasks that haven't been updated or changed within a specified time frame. This helps ensure that tasks don't get lost or forgotten. So option number 2 is the correct. So now can we collate multiple fields in a table for given transform maps? Yes, definitely we can apply collate on the multiple fields. So option number 2 will be correct. Yes. Now question number 17. Does ServiceNow support table rotation? Yes, ServiceNow support table rotation. So answer will be yes. Now question number 18. Which of the following statements holds true for service catalog categories? Read both options. There are only 2 options. And then option 1 is the correct. User with the admin or catalog admin roles can view categories only if there is an active item in the category and availability is set to either desktop or both. Then what purpose does client transaction time plugin serve in ServiceNow? Option number 2 is the correct. It enhances the system log by providing additional information about the duration of transactions. Which of the following statement is true about ServiceNow LDAP? Answer is ServiceNow LDAP has only read access to customers' Active Directory. Which of the following is not an example of a UI action? Answer is search. UI action includes the buttons, links, and context menu items on the forms and list. Next question is which is the parent table for incident, problem, change in and ServiceNow instance? It is very simple but very important. Task is the parent of all IPC table, incident, problem, change in ServiceNow. Then move to the question number 23. What is the master table that contains a record for each table in the database? It is asking the table name for the table itself. So it's sysdb object. Option number 3 is the correct sysdb object table. It contains record for each table in the database. Next, 24. How are users related to roles or groups in a ServiceNow instance? There are 4 options given, and the correct answer is many-to-many relationship. Users can have multiple roles or be part of different groups, so it may be many-to-many relationship. One user can be part of many groups. Then 25. Where are customizations done on ServiceNow instance stored? And answer will be sys update XML. Update set store both new and updated choice options as separate record in the update version, that is sys update version, and customer update sys update XML tables. Answer will be sys update XML. Dash is used to join two tables. Fill in the blank with the correct option. This type of question will definitely be there. As we know, database views are defined table join. For the reporting purposes, we use database views. So answer will be database views. Now question number 27. Is it true that variable set can be used in multiple catalog items? Yes, that's the purpose of creating a variable set to use across the multiple catalog items. So you can create a set of variables and add them to a multiple catalog items and order guides as well. Then question number 28. What defines conditions that are evaluated against users to determine which user can access service catalog items? It's very important. And answer will be user criteria. This is the interview favorite question as well. You can apply several user criteria records to a single catalog item or category. In this situation, users match only one of these criteria records to have access. Then question number 29. What is the sequence of conditions in a ServiceNow SLA definition? So it is start, pause, and stop. Last option will be true. Now question number 30. Which one of the following statements is correct when referring to UI action? Option number 3 will be correct. Conditions can be specified to determine when a UI action appears. Then question number 31. For UI policy to be applied on all views, which among the following should be checked? And it will be global. UI policy needs to be global to be applied on all views. Always remember. So answer will be global, the last one. Now the question number 32. Which of the below role is required to manage UI policies? So answer will be UI policy admin role. With the role UI policy admin, you can use UI policies. So answer will be the last one, UI policy admin role. And the last question for this part, which role will a user require to initiate the setup of agent intelligence? So answer will be admin or ML admin. This role is required to initiate the setup of agent intelligence in ServiceNow. That's it for the episode 1. Now be honest, how did you score? If you scored above the 75% mark, that's a strong sign you are moving in the right direction. If not, don't worry, that's exactly why we are practicing. If you feel any answer is incorrect or you have a different understanding, drop it in the comments. I will personally review it. As per my knowledge and verification, all answers are accurate, but learning is always better when we discuss. Also tell me something in the comments. Do you want the next episode in questions only format first, so you can fully test yourself, and then I release the answer verification separately? If enough of you want that challenge format, I'll create it. If this helped you, make sure to like the video, comment your score, and share it with everyone who is planning to take the CSA exam. In the next part, I will bring even more practice questions to push your preparation to the next level. Stay consistent, stay confident, and I will see you in episode 2. Thank you. Welcome back to the CSA practice race. If you completed part 1 seriously, you already know this is not random practice. This is real exam style preparation. Today we continue with part 2, and in this video you will attempt around 40 new questions based on the latest ServiceNow admin exam pattern. Just like before, the structure, formatting and scenario style follow the actual exam approach. The goal is simple. When you sit in the real exam, nothing feels surprising. These questions are designed to test your clarity on fundamentals, your understanding of platform behavior, and your ability to choose the most correct answer. Remember, across this entire series, we are going to cover more than 500 carefully structured questions. If you are consistently practicing, your confidence level should be improving. Let's jump into part 2 and test your preparations. Let's begin with the first question. What CMDB table stores the basic attributes of all the configuration items? There are 4 options given. Pause the video, try to answer by yourself. It's very easy. The answer is this option number B, second, configuration item CMDB underscore CI. So configuration item CMDB underscore CI table store the basic attributes of all the configuration item. Come to the PDI and open here CMDB underscore CI dot list. All the CIs are configuration items are stored in this table. Pause the video and see this image, how the relationships are built with the CMDB CI table. Next question, what information does the system dictionary contain? There are 4 options. Read carefully and try to answer by yourself. Answer is the definition of for each table and columns. And system dictionary is also a table called dictionary entry sys underscore dictionary that contains details for each table and definition for every column on each table in an instance. The next question is it true that any user can have multiple roles but can only be the part of single assignment group on ServiceNow? Answer will be false, because a user can have part of multiple group and can have multiple role as well. So answer will be false in this case. Next, an IT manager is responsible for the network and hardware assignment group. Each group contains 5 team members. These team members are working on many tasks, but the manager cannot see any task on the service desk my group work list. What could explain this? Read very carefully whenever you will see this type of question, and then read the options. So in this case, the situation is likely because the IT manager is not a member of the network and hardware assignment group. Answer will be the manager is not a member of network and hardware group, the first one. That's why he's unable to see the task on the service desk. Next is, which of the following is true for service catalog items in relation to the service catalog? They provide options, they run behind the scenes, they are optional, they are the building blocks. The answer will be they are the building blocks, because the service catalog items are the building blocks to the service catalog. Next, what is the path an administrator could take to view the fulfillment stage task list for an order placed by a user? Whenever you will place an order, a request number is generated. Copy this request number, come here, go to the global search and enter. So this is the request number. You can see there is a RITM. Open it. So this is the requested item. Once it will be approved and everything, there will be a task, catalog task. So it will be request number, RITM, then task. The option number 3 is the correct. So within a request, there can be one or more request items. For each request item, it takes one or more tasks to fulfill it. Next, when adding a variable to a catalog item, what does an order field determine? Orders are listed in terms of ascending order. When you are creating variables, you always give the order value. Like if you start from 100, 200, 300, 400, so variables will be displayed on the basis of order value in the ascending order. So the order fields establishes the display order of the variables. The option number 3 is the correct one in this case. Any ServiceNow user can impersonate other user on ServiceNow. Is it true or false? Try to answer. No. Answer will be false, because only administrator on ServiceNow instance have the ability to impersonate other users. Other users cannot impersonate. So false is the answer. You can limit ServiceNow instance access by IP ranges. Yes, we can limit ServiceNow instance access by IP ranges that can be defined in whitelisted IP fields. Next one, 2 departments, HR onboarding and facilities, have come to you asking for a way to employees to request room setup services. The requirements are the same for the form and the task routing to the facilities assignment group. For HR, the item will be used primarily for the onboarding condition, for employees orientations. For facilities, the item will be used for anyone in the company who needs room setup services. However, both departments have their own service catalogs. What do you do to support these requirements? These type of task-based questions, scenario-based questions will definitely there. Might be the same question you will get in your exam. Read very carefully and then read the options what it is given and then try to answer. In this case, the answer will be create one catalog item for event room setup, then publish to both catalogs. So to support the requirements of both departments, what you can do, create a new service catalog item for the event room setup services and make it available in both HR and facilities service catalogs. Next is, what do you use in CMDB workspace to verify the existence of actual IT infrastructure and applications that you own systematically and in bulk? So answer will be CI attestation. I will show you. CMDB data manager, open it. Into the policies. So policy type is the attestation. You can see here. Next is, which module displays a list of tasks assigned to a user's group but not yet assigning to an individual user? My group's work, my team's work, my team's task, my group task. Answer is my group work, my group's work. First answer is the option is the correct. Next, is it true that you cannot revert update set versions? False. We can revert update set versions. So answer will be the false. Next, what can agents do with the sidebar feature in the next experience UI? Choose two. So out of 5 options, you will have to choose 2. Correct options are create, open and search for discussion about their work, have real-time collaboration with others from the workspace interaction based records. So option number 2 and 4 is the correct one. So using sidebar, agents can have real-time collaboration with others based around a workspace task list. For the sidebar discussion, you can come here. See, this is the option for the sidebar discussions. So if I'll open an incident record. So if I have opened this incident, if I want to start the sidebar discussion, I will come here. I'll select this section, this record and click on the new discussion. And this is incident number is auto-populated here. Subject, add participants, you can add here, like I'll add able tutor. Type your message here and then start discussion. See. Then next, which of the following operation is a record type access control list that restricts access to reports based on a role? Report view, report access, report on, report admin. The report view operation is a record type access control list that restricts access to reports. Only users with one of the required roles can view reports containing the restricted resources. There are 2 kinds of reports view access control list: report view table ACL and report view field ACLs. You can see in the screenshot here. The next is, which of the following statement is a recommendation from ServiceNow about update sets? Read carefully all 4 options. The option number 4 is the correct one. Avoid using the default update set as an update set for moving customizations from instance to instance. Always, this is the recommendation from the ServiceNow. The next question is, what details can you find in import set record after running an import? You'll have to choose 3 out of 6. Import maps, import set API, import log. I have just loaded this data, demo data. It is loaded. Import set. I open this record this number here and see. These are the options. Import. You can see after running import set record, what you can find is here import set run, import set row, and import log. Import log. The import log, import set run, and import set rows is the correct answer. Okay. Next one, which of the following statement describes the purpose of an order guide? Read all 4 options. What order guide do? It submits a single service catalog request that generates several items. Option number 4 is the correct option. Order guide provides the ability to order multiple related items as one request. Next, which one of the following statements describe the purpose of a service catalog workflow? A service catalog workflow is used to drive complex fulfillment processes and sends notification to defined users or groups. Option number 4 is the correct. Which knowledge feedback option cannot be disabled at the knowledge base level? Marking as helpful, commenting, all of them can be disabled. Flagging and rating is a very tricky question. You can see in this screenshot, we can disable commenting, suggestions, catalog and editing, rating, and mark as helpful also. All of them can be disabled. So answer will be 3. Third, all of them can be disabled. Next is buttons, forms, links, and context menu items are example of what type of functionality? These are the example of UI actions. Buttons are UI action, form links, and context menus are the UI action. Second option is the correct one. Next is, what is the name of conversational bot platform that provide assistance to help user obtain information, make decisions, and perform common tasks? So option 1 is the correct answer, virtual agent. Next, for administrators creating new service catalog items, what is the characteristics they should know about service catalog variables? So read all the options. The option number 4 is the correct one because the service catalog variables are global by default. Next, when using the load data and transform map processes, what is the mapping assist used for? So answer is the mapping fields using a field map. You can watch my video of the load data. I will give the link in the description. So this concept will be very clear. Next, which of the following can be customized through the basic configuration UI 16 module? Choose 3. So out of 6, 5 you'll have to choose 3. Basic configuration UI 16. And what you can configure here: page header, browser tab title, time zone, image, date format, time format. So record number is not an option. Form header size is not an option here. Form header size you cannot change it from here. So system date format, banner image, and browser tab title, out of these options we can modify. So these 3 are the correct one. Next, which term base describes something that is created, has work performed upon it, and is eventually moved to a state of closed? Option task is the correct one. A knowledge article must be which of the following state to display? A knowledge article must be in the published state to be displayed. So option number 2 will be the correct. What will happen if you make the short description field on task table as mandatory at the dictionary level? If any field is mandatory in the tasks table and you will extend that table, all the properties will be inherited in the child table as well. Short description will be mandated on all the tables which are extending task table. Option number 3 will be the correct one. Next, what allows agents to initiate a group discussion from a workspace, task-based or interaction-based record? The sidebar. Sidebar is the right answer. Which of the following allows a user to edit field values in a list without opening the form? Correct answer is the list editor. Next, integration hub enables execution of third-party APIs as a part of a flow. These integrations are referred to as a spoke. So a spoke is a scoped application that includes flow designer or integration hub, actions or subflows. So answer is the spoke, number 4. Which of the following statement is true when a new table is created by extending another table? Read all options carefully. When you add new field to parent, that field will automatically be inherited by all child tables. So option number 4 is the correct. The new table inherits all the fields of the parent table and can also contain new fields unique to itself. We already saw it in the table video. REQ number in the service catalog represents what? The order number. This is the order number. Whenever customer and user submits a request, place an order, this request number is generated. So answer will be the order number. Next, what are the different schema relationship types that are supported for tables? Choose 4. So out of 6, you'll have to choose 4 options very carefully. Otherwise, if you select any wrong option, it will be considered as wrong. To answer this, first see the schema. So I have opened this incident table, and you can see here under the related links we have show schema map. Just open it and see there are four options here. Reference table, then show referencing table, show extended tables, and show extending tables. See, this is the schema map. So these are the four options which are asking in here: referenced by, referencing, extending, and extended by. These are the correct answer. Next, which term refers to application menus and modules which you may want to access quickly and often? Breadcrumbs, no. Bookmark, tag, and favorite. The answer will be the last one, the favorite. Item you add as favorite appears in the favorite tab of the application navigator. Next, how are workflows moved between instances? Workflows are moved using update sets. The option number 3 is the correct one. Any customization you want to move between from one instance to another, you will have to move via update set. Next, baseline service catalog homepage contains links to which of the following components? Read all four options. It's very confusing. It's a tricky question. Option number C, third one is the correct one. Record producer, order guide, and catalog items. Next, it's also a scenario based question. There is a business requirement to restrict incident reporting to specific roles for better governance. The development team decided to add a new ACL, so only those roles can view the content of the reports on the incident table. What access control operations should they use to allow this access on the incident table? We already saw earlier in the question report view. You can secure access and view the reports in the dashboard using the improved report view access control list ACL. Okay, the option number 4th is the correct one. Next, which one of the following statement is correct when referring to UI action? Conditions can be specified to be determined when a UI action appears. You can include a script in the condition field of the UI action form. The condition must evaluate to true for the action to appear. So the last option is the correct one. Which features enables you to maintain a unified content categorization across different content types, such as catalog items, knowledge articles, and community post? There are 5 options. I will leave this question up to you. You will have to answer it and comment. Give your correct answer in the comment section. I will see how many of you are correct. So try to answer by yourself in the comment section. Okay, that's the end of the part 2. So how was your score at this time? It was better than part 1 or not? Just let me know. If you think any answer needs discussion, comment below. I will review it. As per my knowledge, all answers are correct, but I am happy to verify it. If this helped you, like the video and share it with someone preparing for the CSA exam. Part 3 is also coming soon with more exam pattern questions. Keep practicing, keep improving. See you in the next part. Thank you. Welcome back to the CSA practice series. This is part 3. If you have completed part 1 and part 2 properly, you are already building real exam confidence. Today we continue with another set of carefully structured questions based on the latest ServiceNow admin exam pattern. Just like the previous parts, these questions follow the actual exam style. Same formatting, same structure, same level of thinking required. This is not random practice. This is focused preparation. Remember, we are moving toward 500 plus high quality questions in this complete series. If you stay consistent and attempt each part honestly, your confidence before the real exam will be on a different level. Take this seriously, track your score, and see your improvement from part 1 and part 2. Alright, let's move into part 3 and test your preparation. So the question number 1, which one of the following phrases completes the statement? The purpose of transform map is to. There are 4 options given. Read carefully, pause the video and try to answer by yourself. The answer will be the option number B. Determine the relationship between fields displaying in an important import set table to the fields in an existing ServiceNow table. So what transform map do? The transform map is a set of field maps that determine the relationship between fields in an import set and fields in an existing ServiceNow table, such as incident or user table. Next, how to manage record numbering like incident number. Answer will be the option number is number maintenance. We have a dedicated module for the number maintenance under the system definition. Come to the filter navigator, type number maintenance. See another system definition. We have number maintenance module. From here you can select your table, prefix, number and everything. Next, which of the following describes the purpose of an order guide? There are 4 options given. Read each and every options. So option number 2 is the correct. Order guides provide me ability to order multiple related items at one request. You can add multiple items in a single catalog. What is contextual security in ServiceNow? Option number 4 is the correct. It protects a record-based contents and table location. Data is acted upon based on the position of the information in the table hierarchy. Defines access control rules in any level. What are the 3 components of a filter condition? It is very important. Definitely this question will be asked. So this is the field, this is operator and value. So field, operator and value. We have to select field, operator and value. Next, what is the primary application used to load data into ServiceNow? Configuration, system import sets, service level management and system update set. We have a dedicated module here. It is load data. Under the system import set, we have a module load data is used to load the data into the ServiceNow. See, so option will be system import set. Which one of the following is a list of what the service catalog contains? The first option is the correct answer. Record producer, order guide and catalog items. Next, which of the following can be configured by all users in the next experience instances? There are 5 options given. The right answer is personalized start page. Next is, you are asked to create an option in the service catalog, which will allow a user to click, get help and describe the issue they are having. These forms should create incident records, which are automatically routed to the service desk. Which method would you use? What you will do, you will create order guide, create catalog items, create content item or create record producer. In this case, the option number 4 will be correct, create record producer, because the record producer is a specific type of catalog item that allows end user to create task-based record, such as incident record from the service catalog. So option number 4 is the correct. Next, which role can manage multiple knowledge bases? Knowledge underscore admin role is required to manage the multiple knowledge bases. What is the import set table? The import set table is a staging area for imported records. Import set table acts as a staging table. I have already explained it in the transform map or load data video. You can go and watch it. Which field or fields is used as a unique key during imports? So very simple or very important. Coalesce field is used as a unique key to avoid the duplicate entry during the transform map. Next, you can add human readable keywords to the URLs of portal pages to improve search engine optimization (SEO) and click through rate and help users understand what to expect on the page. What can be added as human readable keywords to help with SEO, search engine optimization? You will have to select 2 choices here. The first one is dynamic page variables and the second correct option will be the static content. Dynamic page variables can be included in service portal URLs to create meaningful human readable keywords. And static content such as fixed descriptive words in the URL path provides clear context about the page purpose. Which component of a table contains a piece of data for one record? Field will be the correct option. So first option is the correct option. Next, which of the following roles cannot be delegated? Select 2 answers. So admin and role delegator cannot be delegated. These things you'll have to remember. What is a best practice regarding data imports? Read all options carefully and try to answer. Correct answer will be plan time before you import to remove obsolete or inaccurate data. Before import, we need to verify, clean our data, Data should not be imported in extremely large chunks. These things need to be considered before the data import. Next one, what process allows user to create, categorize, review, approve, and browse important information in a centralized location that is shared by the entire organization? The knowledge management. Knowledge management supports process for creating, categorizing, reviewing, and approving articles. User can search and browse articles as well as provide feedback. Next, why is it recommended that you limit updates to a maximum of 100 records? Choose two answers. Read all options carefully. There are many reasons behind it. The option number 3, reduce potential conflicts. And then second last, make it easier to identify and review changes. Next question, what is the language used for scripting in ServiceNow? It's very tricky. Python, JavaScript, C++, PHP, Glide, and Perl. I think many of you will choose Glide, but no, it's a JavaScript. Main programming language used in ServiceNow is JavaScript. So option number 2 will be the correct. To quickly return to your instance homepage, what item would you click? It's very simple, instance logo. If you click on the instance logo here, you will land up to the homepage. Next, what are the different ways to bring users into the ServiceNow system? So through single sign-on, we can bring users to ServiceNow, through LDAP integration as well, using an import set, importing users, both manually entering users and creating users. So last option is the correct option. Next, which script can run when a record is displayed, inserted, updated, deleted, or when a table is queried? The business rule is the correct one. Business rule is a server-side script that runs when a record is displayed, inserted, updated, or deleted, or when a table is queried. So option number 1 is the correct. What is single sign-on SSO? There are 4 options given. The correct one is the last one. A type of integration that enables a user to log in once and gain access to the resources of multiple software systems without being prompted to log in again. Next, which one of the following are type of service catalog variables? Select box, checkbox, and multi-line is the correct one. ServiceNow Service Catalog supports variable types such as select box, checkbox, and multi-line text. These are standard catalog variables types used to capture user input on catalog items and record producers as well. Number list is not a valid service catalog variable type. This makes the option incorrect. Next, on a list, what part of table does each column show? A field. In a typical ServiceNow instance, what type of users are in the system? Choose one list that order from one most seats to the least in amount of seats. So option number 3 is the correct answer. And logic for ordering most to least, ESS stands for employee self-service users. These are your end users like employees. They have no specialized roles and use the service portal to submit requests or read knowledge articles in any company. This is the largest group. And then ITIL users. These are the fulfillers like IT staffs, HR agents, etc. They have the ITIL role to manage incidents, change, and problems. Then delegate administrators. And these users have elevated privileges for specific applications or modules like an HR admin or a catalog admin, but do not have full system control. This should always be the smallest group to minimize risks to the platform. In this ESS user, the most number of user falls under this, then lesser than this under the ITIL, but more than the delegated administrator. So the option number 3 is the correct one. The wait time for end user is based on the round trip between the client and the server. What activities are included in the round trips? Request plus response. You are sending request from client to server. Server will send you back the response. That is called response. So request and response. The next question, new records, new groups and modified configuration items, what do they have in common? The last option is the correct one. They are not captured in an update set. So I have created an image. I have mentioned what is captured in an update set and what's not in the update set. What's not captured in an update set. Which of the following is a requirement for using the CMDB data manager? The option number 3 is the correct one, ensuring there is an active lifecycle rule corresponding to each target class in a lifecycle policy. What is a workflow primarily used for? Very simple, to automate a sequence of activities. A dark theme or mode is available for some of the Now platform capabilities in the Next Experience UI to allow users to fine-tune their experience and help alleviate their eye strain. Which of the following products can support the dark theme? Choose 3. Assessment and surveys, dashboards and reports, and knowledge management supports the dark theme. You can go to your PDI and check it. Next question. When using transform mapping, how we can dynamically map fields? You can see how many questions are from the transform map. Your concept should be very clear about the transform map. The option number first is the correct one. We can dynamically map source and destination fields by using ServiceNow scripting objects and functionality. Next, by default in ServiceNow, what customizations are added to update sets? Changes made to a form. Second option is the correct one. An IT user calls the service desk because they need to work on task records. All they can see in self-service on their home page when they log into the ServiceNow instance. What issue could explain this? Choose 2. So option number 2 is the correct. Their user account does not belong to any group which contains the ITIL role. And then the last is also correct. Their user account does not have ITIL role. What is the industry term used to describe the computing platform and solution stack that supports the delivery of web applications? Platform as a service, PaaS. ServiceNow is a software as a service and platform as a service as well. The dash is a user-friendly reference to a field and the dash is a backend reference to a field. It's very important and I hope you all know about it. Label is the user-friendly reference and name is a backend reference. See, this is the label and this is the name, backend name. See, name, label and name. Name is the backend, label is the user-friendly. What feature of ITIL are utilized by the ServiceNow platform? Read all options. It's very confusing. Option number 2 is the correct. Strategy, design, transitions, operations. You need to remember these things. Which of the following statement correctly describe the difference between a client script and a business rule? Option number 2 is the correct. Client script runs on the client when on load, on change of a field or on submit of a record. A business rule runs on the server before or after a record is loaded, inserted, deleted or updated. Option number 2 is the correct one. Next question. What integration with catalog builder enables you to translate the content of the catalog item on the catalog builder dashboard? And it is a localization framework. So you can translate the content of the catalog item on the catalog builder dashboard, and for that you need a localization framework plugin required. So option number 2 is the correct option. So that's the end of part 3. How did you perform this time? Are you seeing improvement with each part? Let me know in the comment section. If you believe any answer needs discussion, drop it in the comments. I will review it. As per my knowledge, all answers are correct, but I am always open to verification. If this series is helping you, make sure to like the video and share it with anyone preparing for the CSA exam. Part 4 is coming soon with the more real exam pattern questions. Stay consistent, stay confident. See you in the next part. Thank you. Welcome back to the CSA practice series. This is part 4. If you have been following from the beginning, you are already building strong exam confidence. And today we are taking it one step further with another fresh set of questions based on the latest ServiceNow Admin Zurich 2026 exam pattern. As always, the format, structure and the style match the real exam approach. So when you sit for the actual test, nothing feels new or confusing. This series is designed to remove doubt and build clarity. We are moving steadily towards 500 plus carefully structured questions. The more consistently you practice, the stronger your understanding becomes. Attempt these questions seriously. Track your score, as I always say, and compare your progress from the previous parts. Alright, let's jump into part 4 and continue your preparation. So the first question for the part 4 is, if a table is extended but itself is not extending another table, it is called a what table? There are 6 options given and you will have to choose only one. So the answer will be the base table, because in ServiceNow a base table is a table that extended by other tables but does not itself extend any other table. Next, which of the following statement is correct regarding knowledge management workflows? Read all options. There are 5 options given. And the correct is option number 3. There are workflows available out of the box, but you can create your own. Next, which application scope is used to identify applications created before application scoping? And the answer is global. Global is the application scope used to identify applications created before application scoping. Next, which table is used to store configuration items? It is cmdb_ci. Next, dash is a field where you can ask natural language questions about the trends and health of your processes. And the answer is analytics Q&A. Analytics Q&A. Analytics Q&A in ServiceNow allows users to ask natural language questions about their data, trends, and process health. What is Record Producer? Record Producer allows customers to fill a form that will be translated into a task-based record. So as we know, the Record Producer is a task-based record. So option number 3 is the correct one. What type of platform is provided by Now Platform? Application Platform as a Service. Which of the following should you use in order to run automated test on ServiceNow? Should be ATF, Automated Test Framework. Out of 6, you will have to select only one, and the correct answer is Automated Test Framework ATF. If you need to create a visual task board VTB as your personal organizer and create tasks of any type and freely adding, removing cards and lanes, then the VTB type you should use is flexible. Is it true or false? It is true. A flexible visual task board is designed for personal organization and allows users to create tasks of any type, freely add and remove cards representing tasks, freely add and remove lanes representing stages or categories. Next, you are designing a flow. You created an action on the incident record and you need to make use of this record in a subsequent action. Which of the following can be useful? And the answer is data pills. The next, list editor has the feature that allows editing a field on multiple rows. Yes, it is true. Any table in ServiceNow can be extended. It's very tricky. Answer will be the false, because not every table can be extended. Whether a table is extendable is determined by the extensible checkbox on the table record. If this box is unchecked, you cannot create a child table from it. A manager wants to view a snapshot of month-end sales performance data as compared to the sales target. In addition, the manager wants to be able to see those monthly numbers trended over time and forecasted into the future. What capability do you suggest for this manager? Read all options and try to answer. The answer will be the performance analytics. Schedule reports cannot give forecasted reports. Snapshots and forecasts are prime features that ServiceNow highlighted in performance analytics while deploying its functionality. So the performance analytics will be the correct answer. What are advantages of using Flow Designer? Choose 4 answers. The correct options are less manual scripting, reduced technical debt, smooth integration with third-party systems, and complements the integration store. The next, when moving a home page or dashboard between instances, what must you remember? There are 6 options and you'll have to choose only one. And the correct answer is manually add them to the update set. Next one, what policies are applied to all data entered into the platform via form UI, import set, or web services? And the correct option is data policies. Which flow components allow you to specify when a flow should be run? And the answer is trigger and condition. Next, if you have the impersonate role, what type of user are you not able to impersonate? Extended security admin. Yes, this is the correct answer. In ServiceNow, user with the impersonate role can impersonate most user to the test functionality and troubleshoot issues. However, extended security admin users cannot be impersonated or for security reasons. Next, which ServiceNow resource can be used as a blueprint to map your IT services to ServiceNow? Common Service Data Model, CSDM, is the correct answer. Next question, what tool allows you to drag and drop to specify links between source field on an import set table and destination field on any ServiceNow table? I hope you all know about it. Mapping Assist utility. Next, again, there is a scenario based question. Try to understand it first and then give the answer. You are creating a catalog item for ordering a new desktop computer. The computers have these options like color black or silver, RAM, keyboard, monitor. How would you add these options to the catalog item form? The questions seems like very difficult, but it's very simple. You can create a variable and give the choice type like black and silver. RAM will need to choose between these two. Keyboard can be selected between these two, similar to monitor. So answer will be the variable. This question, when I given the exam for the CSA, it was asked. The same question was asked to me as well. Here is an example of the criteria set for a knowledge base. Companies, Acme North America. Department is HR. Group, Acme managers. Matches all, yes. In this example, what user would have access to this knowledge base? Try to understand this question first, and then read the options carefully. For this question, option number 3 is the correct one. Members of the Acme Manager Group who are also member of the HR department and part of Acme North America. For a customer's inventory application, several inventory specification fields are needed on an inventory ticket. These tickets will be assigned to inventory support team members. How would you start to implement this requirement? Correct option is create inventory table as an extended table from the task table. Then add the inventory specification fields as needed. By extending task, the new inventory table inherits all task related functionality like assignment, SLA, workflow, everything will be extended. You can add custom inventory specification as well to meet the business requirement. So last option is the correct. Which type of scripts run in the browser? It's very simple. UI policies and the client scripts. What attributes you can manage using system properties, basic configuration UI 16. So out of 6, you have to choose 5 correct options. So 1 is the wrong option and you'll have to select it very carefully. Apart from the default calendar, all options are correct. Next, which type of field allows you to enter freely using letters, numbers, and specific characters? The correct option is the string. What is a set of conditions applied to a table list to show a subset of the data? And the answer is the filter. Like you want to see the only active records, you will apply the filter. Active is true. That's it. The next question is, which one of the following statement applies to a set of fields when they are coalesced during an import? Again, this question is from the import. And the correct answer is, if a match is found using the coalesce field, the existing record is updated with the information being imported. Next, when importing data, what happens to import rows if no coalesce field is specified? All rows are treated as new records. No existing records are updated. What can be used to automatically populate fields in a form? Template is the correct option. Templates simplify the process of submitting new records by populating fields automatically. Next one is, a service catalog project will involve building 80 catalog items. For each of the catalog items, the following fields will be mandatory on the forms requested by approving manager, delivery instructions. All of the other variables will be specified to an individual catalog item. What feature would you use when designing the catalog item form? Read it very carefully. These type of questions will be definitely there. And the correct option is, create one variable set for the 4 variables, then add that variable set to each of the 80 catalog items. It is also a best practice. Which of the following protects application by identifying and restricting access to available files and data? And the answer is application scope. Don't confuse with the ACL. Next, a manager wants to run a report showing how many service requests have been fulfilled for business cards since the beginning of the year. What table would they select for building this report? The correct option is requested item, SC underscore request underscore item. Next, which feature assists in understanding the service portal user experience better? User experience analytics is the correct option. Which operation is record type access control list that governs reports in dashboard and are enabled by default? And the answer is report view. Which role can administrator grant to users in order for them to view the configuration and execution details of only flows and subflows? And the correct answer is FD underscore read underscore flows. It enables a user to launch the flow designer design environment to view the configuration and execution details of flows and subflows. Next, the display sequence is controlled in the service catalog item using which of the following? Order field in the variable form. Next question is, which chatbot on the Now platform allows you to send notification directly to Slack and Microsoft Teams users? And the answer is virtual agent. You can send notification directly to users in Slack and Microsoft Teams via virtual agent on the Now platform. The last question is, when a flow runs an action, if generates a runtime value which stays the same for the duration of the flow, what is the name of runtime value? There are 5 options given and the correct answer is data pill runtime value. Flow designers use action result data pills to provide input for other flows, actions or subflows. So data pill runtime value is the correct answer for this question. That's it for part 4. How was your score this time? Let me know in the comment section. Are you feeling more confident with each part? Also let me know. If you think any answer needs clarification, comment below. I will see it. As per my knowledge, all answers are correct. But discussions always helps everyone learn better. If this series is helping you, don't forget to like the video and share it with everyone who is preparing for the CSA exam and who is asking for the CSA dumps. Part 5 is coming next with more real exam pattern questions. Keep practicing, keep improving. See you in the next part. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Glide script. And this is the part 5 video of the CSA practice series. In this video, you will attempt another set of questions designed in the same format and style as the previous one. The goal of this series is very simple: to help you practice real exam pattern questions and build strong confidence before your actual test. We are gradually moving towards 500 plus carefully structured questions in this series, so make sure you attempt each part seriously and track your progress. If you are preparing for the CSA exam, this practice will help you understand the exam pattern and identify area where you need more focus. And if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing to the Glide script for more ServiceNow learning and exam preparation videos. Alright, let's start part 5. The question number 1 is, which of the following are valid data source for import sets? Select all that apply. There are 5 options given: JDBC, XML files, HTTP, CSV files and Excel files. What do you think? Which options are correct? And all options given here are correct. All 5 options are correct. So choose carefully. So JDBC is the Java database connectivity. Allows you to import data from relational database directly into the ServiceNow tables. XML file, the second option is ServiceNow can process XML files containing structured data for import into various tables. HTTP, the third option. This option enables importing data from web services using HTTP request. And then the fourth option is CSV files. Comma separated values CSV files are a common and widely accepted format for data import. And ServiceNow supports importing data from CSV files as well. The Microsoft Excel files are another popular data source, and ServiceNow can import data from Excel spreadsheet into your tables. We already saw it in the import set video. So all 5 options are correct for this question. Let's move to this question number 2. What is a configuration item? So configuration item in ServiceNow is any component that needs to be managed in order to deliver services. So configuration item referred as CI is also, and it represents the building block of IT services. So option number 2 will be the correct answer for this question. Let's move to the next. Which of the following statement best explains the difference between work notes and additional comments? I already explained in details in the incident life cycle. If you'll see that video, you will understand better what's the difference between work note and additional comments. For this question, the option number 3 is the correct answer. Work notes are only available to the fulfillers, whereas additional comments are available to both fulfillers and customer or external users. See, I have opened this incident record, and under the notes section, you can see the additional comment is written here customer visible. And if you want to write the work note, if you'll click this, you'll have to check this checkbox. This is the work note and additional comment. Next, which of the following knowledge base workflows immediately retires an article without needing an approval? 4 options are given. Option number 4, the last option, is the correct option. Knowledge instant retire is the correct answer. The most likely workflow in ServiceNow that immediately retires an article without needing approval is the instant retire. The last option is the correct one. Let's move to the next question. You need to add a button to one of your forms. Which of the following should you use? And it seems very simple. Any button is a UI action in the ServiceNow. So UI action will be the correct option. Which of the following statement is not true regarding configuration item? This type of question will be definitely there. So there are 4 options given. The last option is the correct option. CMDB consists of a static list of configuration item. CMDB is not a static list. It tracks CIs, means configuration items, within your platform, and also it tracks the relationship between them. So last option is the correct. Move to the next question. You are importing data from an Excel sheet into the incident table. The incident table already contains data. You want to make sure that the import does not result in duplicate records. What should you do? It's very important and I think you remember this. Set the college to the title field. So option number 3 will be the correct option. So what college does in the transform map? When you set the college option to a field in the transform map to the same field, it instructs the import process to check for existing records with that value before creating a new one. If matching record is found, the import skips creating a duplicate. Which of the following formatters is used to display the different stages in a linear process flow? And then the correct answer is the process flow formatter. The process flow formatter provides a graphical summary of the stages in a process. The formatter is typically shown at the top of the forms that are part of the process. So the option number 3 is the correct. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following features help users see reasonable relationship between configuration items? 5 options are given, and the correct option is the CI relationship editor. Come to the filter navigator, type CMD _ CI. So this is the configuration item table. I'll open any CI to show you the relationship. To open any relationship, show dependency views. Click here. It will show you the dependency map. See, so this is the dependency view. By this way, you can check any relationship view of any configuration item. Next question is, the import set table acts as a staging table, but the data will eventually be stored somewhere else. Is it true or false? It is true. If you are importing data from an Excel file to incident table, they will first be saved in a staging table, that is nothing but import set table, and then they will go to the incident table. Next question. Which of the following can be used to automate business logic for a particular process, such as approvals, tasks, notifications, etc.? 5 options are given. What do you think? Which option is correct? Which option is the correct one? The flow designer. Having an up-to-date CMDB has a lot of benefits. Which of the following is not a benefit? One of them. The last option is the correct answer, automatically resolving incidents. Next, what is common way of testing functionality of different roles? And the impersonate user is the correct answer. Which of the following is an example of knowledge base contextual search? The last option is the correct. When creating an incident, it will suggest relevant articles. I will show you this in the PDI. Create a new incident first. See, when I type VPN, it is suggesting me related articles. These are the articles available. If I'll type here USB port, it will suggest, see, this article will suggest. If I'll open it and I will click here, this helped. Next is, which of the following UI actions is useful if you would like to apply the save as functionality? Insert is the correct option. Next, what is the task table name? Task table name is the task. So task is the correct option. Option number 3. What table is used to store groups data? And it is sys underscore user underscore group is used to store all group records in ServiceNow. Next, which of the following statement is correct regarding fulfiller and approver users? Read all options carefully. And the last option is the correct one. Fulfiller user have the ITIL and approval user roles. The next question is, which of the following statement is correct regarding the difference between save button and update button? And the correct answer is last one. Save is used to insert new records while update is used to update existing records. Next, how to show the visual task board view for the task list? And the correct is the last. Right click on any of the columns and select show visual task board. I have opened this incident list. You can click on any columns here and then see show the visual task board. I can click here as well, show visual task board. It will show you the VTB. Next question is, UI policies applied on all data input no matter what the channel is, including waveform, import sets, etc. It is true or false? It is a false statement. Which of the following statement is most accurate when it comes to how the system evaluates ACLs when a session requests accessing a record? And then option number 2 is the correct answer. A user must at least pass the table ACL rule to access the record. I have explained it in my ACL scenario video. So option number 2 is the correct. Which of the following can be used to integrate Flow Designer with other instance and third-party applications? And the answer is the integration hub. Next question is, Dash delivers a next generation intuitive personalized experience to drive productivity, improve engagement, and surface insights across the Now platform. And the answer is the Next Experience UI. Next question is, what is the minimum role needed to create import sets? And the answer is import admin role. Import admin role is minimum role required to create an import set. Next, each organizations receive one instance production and they have the options to obtain 2 other instances for development and testing. False. Each organization receives 2 instances, production and sub-production. They have the ability to obtain an additional sub-production instance. Next question is, which table can be used to modify the configuration related to the minimum number of activities displayed in the history tab of the application navigator? And the answer is sys properties. By default, the maximum number of activities displayed in the history tab of the application navigation is 30. Administrators can configure this setting in the system properties table, and the table name is the sys_properties.list. I will show you. Come here, open sys_properties.list and search for this property. See, the value is 30. If you want to change it, so any admin can change this value. You can read the description as well. Next question is, every record is identified by a 32 character globally unique ID, which is called SysID. I will show you. The SysID is for each record instance is identified a unique 32 character GUID, that is globally unique ID, called a SysID. And the same SysID value is never generated twice. which ensure that every record created in every table in every instance in the world has a unique identifier. This is the SIS ID 32 digit. You can count it. See, this record has their own SIS ID. So it is unique. Which of the following role is the minimum role that required to be able to access my work and my group work modules? And the correct option is the ITIL role. This is the minimum role required to access my work and my group work modules in ServiceNow. Let's move to the next question. In ServiceNow fulfillment view, in which part of the screen do the forms get displayed? And the right answer is content frame. Application navigator, this is the banner frame, and this area is the content frame. So if I'll open incident form here, form is displayed within this content frame. Next question is, which form of storage is used to store data in ServiceNow? And it is relational database. The primary form of storage used to store data in ServiceNow is a relational database. Next, which of the following can be useful if you want to restrict certain users from executing script on a table? ACL is the right answer. The most effective option to restrict user from executing a script on table in ServiceNow is an ACL, that is access control list. Move to the next question. Which of the following is useful when your user need to order more than one item together? Order guide. The order guide submits a single service catalog request that generates several items. For example, new employee hire order guide can contain several items that new employees commonly need, such as business card, computer, and cell phone. Record producers are used to generate records in tables, and catalog items allow the user to request only one item, whereas the order guide can contain multiple items. And a variable is a field within the catalog item or record producer. So order guide will be the correct answer. Next, which of the following is useful if you have a set of fields that needs to be used in multiple record producers? And the right answer is the variable set. Which of the following are supported type of client scripts? Select all that apply. And the right answers are on change, on load, and on cell edit. There is another option, another client script that is not mentioned here, that is on submit. So there are 4 types of client script: on load, on change, on submit, and then on cell edit. But in this question, these 3 are the correct option, because on click, on action, on mouse over is not a client script types. Which section in the task form shows the full history of updates and comments made on the task? And this is activity. Come here, I have opened this incident form, and you can see under the activities, see the history is available. The system auto assign the user, see whatever there will be any update, it will be in the activity section. ServiceNow instance can be hosted on the cloud or on premises. Yeah, this is true. ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform. However, under certain conditions, it is also possible to host it on the on-premises, that is local data center. So next question is, if a session requests access to the data in a certain table, what happens if the user passes the table ACL rule but fails the field rule? The correct option will be, the user will be granted access to the table but won't see the field which he does not have access to. The first option is the correct option. You need to create a new field in a table. What is the field type you should use if your field will contain letters, numbers, and special characters? And the answer will be string. Which of the following can be used to define conditions that determine which user can create, read, write, and retire knowledge base articles? User criteria is the correct option. This condition determines which users can view, create, edit, or retire knowledge base articles. So the user criteria is the correct answer. That's the end of part 5. So how was your score this time? Hopefully you are seeing improvement as you go through the series. If you think any answer need clarification, feel free to mention in the comments. I will review it. As per my knowledge, all the answers are correct, but discussions always helps everyone learn better. If this series is helping you prepare for the CSA exam, don't forget to like the video and share it with someone who are planning to take the exam. And if you have not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to the Glide script for more ServiceNow learning and exam preparation content. So part 6 will be coming soon with more exam pattern questions. And one more thing, after this CSA series, I'm also planning to bring the CAD exam questions as well, the latest exam. That questions will be based on the latest exam pattern. Hopefully, I will bring that series as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next part. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Glide script. Welcome to the part 6 of our CSA practice series. If you are consistently practicing with this series, you are already doing one of the best things you can do before the ServiceNow CSA exam. Testing your understanding with real exam style questions. In this part, we will go through another set of questions designed to reflect the same structure and thinking pattern used in the actual CSA Zurich exam. Take your time, read each questions carefully and choose the best answer. If you find this series useful for your CSA preparation, make sure to subscribe to the Glide script for more ServiceNow learning and certification preparation videos. Let's get started with part 6. Question number first is, which of the following is most suitable to apply governance rules to decide who can access certain fields in certain tables? There are 4 options given: UI policy, ACL, client scripts, and data policy. And the correct option is the ACL. So what ACL does, ACL allows you to define detailed rules that specify which users or roles can read, write, or edit specific fields within a table. It ensures that sensitive data is only accessible to authorized users. So option number 2 is the correct. Next question is, which of the following statements best describes predictive intelligence? And the correct option is the number 3. Predictive intelligence uses machine learning algorithms to set field values during record creation. Move to the next question. You need to create a new field in a table. What is the field type that you should use if your field needs to display records from another table? It is very simple, and the right answer is option is the reference. To verify it, open as incident records. So this is the form view. This is a color field, and this field type is a reference, as you know. So if I click on this icon, it is taking me onto the sys user table. Similarly, if I select on this configuration item, it is taking me on the CMDB CI table. Next question is, every task can be assigned to an assignment group and to a specific user at the same time. Is it a true or false statement? It is a true statement because there are 2 fields in the task table, assignment group and assign to. The first one can be set to a group while a later can be set to a specific user. We can verify it. For the same incident record, see, there is a field, separate field is assignment group, and then assign to is a separate field. Next, which prefix is used for custom tables in the global application? They are given underscore, E underscore, no prefix is used, C underscore, and U underscore. And I hope you got it. It is U underscore. The last option is the correct. Next question is, which of the following chart types can be created directly by right-clicking a list? Select all that apply. First, we will go to the incident list and we will check there. So I have opened this list view of the incident table. You can see it. If I'll right-click, and you can see here, we can create bar chart and pie chart from the list view. So these 2 options should be the correct. So bar chart and pie chart is the correct option for this question. So if you select any other option apart from this bar chart and pie chart, in that case your question will be counted as wrong. So be careful while choosing multiple options. Move to the next question. Which of the following is a set of tables containing assets and business services controlled by a company? And the right answer is CMDB. CMDB is nothing but configuration data management database. So for this question, CMDB is the right answer. Don't confuse with the CI list or asset list. Move to the next. Which of the following elements is used to store data in ServiceNow? Options are given: sheets, lists, forms, and tables. And the correct option is the tables. So in the ServiceNow, the primary element used to store data is tables. So tables are the relational database that store data in a structured format with rows and columns. And as you know, each row represents a record and each column represents a specific field or attribute of that record. You can refer this image. I created this image for my video, one of my video. So pause the video and see this image. It will help you a lot to understand the rows, columns, and field. Next question is, which of the following contains flow designer triggers and actions dedicated to a particular application? 5 options are given and the right answer is the spokes. Spoke is the correct option. I will show you the spokes. What are the spokes? See, I open one sample flow. Click on this action. When I will click on the action, you can see installed spokes. See, these are the applications you can use for the integration for any purposes. Not installed spokes is the integration hub. And these are the installed spokes in my PDI. Next question is, the activity stream is an example of a formatter. It is a true or false? It is a true. The activity stream is an example of a formatter because it is typically displayed below the input text field. I've opened this one of the incident record. You can see here, see, go to the activity stream. If you click on this, these are the activities. So all the activities on this particular incident record you can see at this place. Let's move to the next question. Data policies can be applied to a table and can be enforced on both the form and the list. Is it a true or false statement? It is a true statement because the data policies in ServiceNow can be applied to a table and enforced on both the form and the list. Next question is related to data policies itself. The purpose of data policies is to enforce security in the system. Again, it is a true or false. We'll have to decide it. This is a false statement because the purpose of data policies in ServiceNow is not primarily to enforce security, but rather to enforce data integrity and consistency across the platform. And it is a server-side rule. One of the disadvantages of assignment rule is that they can only use configurations, but no scripting can be added. It is a true or false? It is a false statement. We can verify it. I will open assignment rule and we can verify it. I have opened the assignment rule form and you can see the table name is the sys rule underscore assignment. And here you can see in the script there is a script section, separate section, and you can write the script here in this section. So we can define the condition as well as we can write the script. Next question is, which one of the following authentication methods is not supported in ServiceNow? All the listed methods are supported in ServiceNow, and then digest token, OAuth, SAML, and LDAP. Correct option is all the listed methods are supported in ServiceNow, the first option, because the all below 4 methods are supported in ServiceNow. Let's move to the next question. The dash provides the platform analytics workspace with a single page for all the dashboards, visualizations, analytics answers, and insights on your instance. And the correct option is the Analytics Center. It is a central hub in platform analytics workspace for dashboard, visualization, answers, and insights. Next is, which one of the following orders is used by default to sort lists? Read all the options very carefully. It is given first number, then order, then by name. But the correct option is the second last, order, then by number, then by name. The CSA exam expects you to know the default sorting hierarchy for the list, which is order, number, and name. Move to the next question. Which of the following context menus can be used to configure the list? And the right option is the column context menu. because the column context menu allows configuration of list view in ServiceNow. See, this is the list view of incident table. You can configure the list view from here as well. Similar option will be appear here as well. How can you filter the types of activities that are displayed in the activities section? Read all 6 options very carefully. And the right option is the last one. Click on the funnel icon in the task form and select which activity type to show. I will show you in the incident. If I open this record, see, this is the incident form view. If I'll come to the activity stream, here it is a funnel icon. From here you can personalize what you want to show or not. You can hide assigned to, you can hide emails, you can hide. Let's move to the next question. What is the limit of templates that can be made for a form? 1, 5, 2, 3. Correct option is none of the listed answers, because there is no limit to the number of templates a user can create or access. Next question is, every list can have only one view. The right answer is the false. It is a false statement. Different views can be created for a list. See, this is the list view and there are different views. You can create many views as you want as per your requirement. I already explained in my earlier videos how you can create different views. Next question is, you need to move your work from development instance to production instance. Which of the following can you use to move your work? And I hope all of you know about it. It's very simple. Update sets is the correct option. Any customizations is moved between different instances via update set. Next is, you are designing a form for a specific record. Which of the following is useful when you want to show records in the tables that have relationship to the current record? Don't confuse with dot working. Dot working is a different thing and reference field is a different thing. The right option is the related list. The first option is the correct one. Next question is, you are designing a record producer. You need to add questions to the form to solicit information from customers. Which of the following should you use? It's very simple. Variables. Variables are nothing but the questions on the record producer form. So which of the following is used to display a set of records? The right option is the list, because lists are used to show records from a table and tables are used to store data. Form is used to represent data for a single record rather than a set of records. See, this is the incident table list view. So this incident table holds all the records for the incident and these are the list of records. If I'll open one incident, it means this is the view of single record. Next question is, which of the following chart types can be used to represent individual values as bars and the cumulative total as line? And the correct answer is the Pareto chart. The fourth option is the correct option. See, this is the Pareto chart type. Inside the type, you can select the Pareto. Move to the next question. Which of the following are 3 key attributes for a field? Read all options. And the correct option are label, name, and value are the 3 key attributes of a field. Next question is, what defines which fields appear in a list and order of fields? And the right answer is the view. Next question is, in the context of Flow Designer, which of the followings are example of ServiceNow core actions? Select all that apply. Wait for condition, delete record, schedule job, ask for approval, repeat, and activate plugin. And the right option are wait for conditions, delete record, and ask for approval. We can verify it in the Flow Designer. I have opened again this VTB sample flow. You can see this action ServiceNow core. Under this, there are a lot of options are available. You can see here, ask for approval, create record, create task, delete records, fire event, and many more. Get email header, logs. You can send notification, look up records, single record and multiple records. Look up for the email attachment, wait for conditions. These are the very commonly used. Update multiple records, copy attachment, many you can see. But in our question, then wait for condition, delete record, and ask for approval. Approval is the correct option. Now move to the next question. You are designing an email notification that will be sent to the manager of the assigned to user once an incident is created. Which of the following features will be useful to specify the recipient field? If you have created email notification, I hope you will know about it. But for this question, the dot working is the correct option. So dot working gathers information from a series of tables through reference fields. Move to the next question. You are designing a form for a specific record. Which of the following is useful if you need to allow fields to be populated automatically? And the correct option is template. Templates allows fields to be populated automatically. Next, the benefit of the activity stream inline editor is that you can add comments to the task without opening form. Is it a true statement or false? It is a true. The activity stream inline editor icon appears at the top of the list page. In the list page, if you click on it, it will open a pop-up to the right and you can add comments to any of the tasks without needing to open the task form. So it is a true statement. To show this, I have opened again the list view of the incident records. In the list view as well, there is an activity stream icon here. Once you click here, there will be a pop-up. See, you do not need to open the records. You can directly click and comment here. Next question is, dash is the view that agents use to work on issues. This view includes in-depth record information and suggestion about how to resolve issues and communicate with requesters. And the correct option is the record view. Let's move to the next question. The impersonate feature is not recommended because there is no way to know what actions the impersonator took on behalf of the impersonated user. Is it a true statement or false? It is a false statement because impersonations are logged in the system log. I already shown you in the another part how you can go and check the history. So this is a false statement. The next question, ServiceNow instance is single tenant. Is it a true or false? It is a true because the ServiceNow instance is a single tenant, which means it is not shared with other ServiceNow customers and your data is not mingled in the same database as another organization's data. So it is a true. A data policy defined for a table will only run when data is inserted through the form, but it will not run when the data is inserted via import set. It is a true or false? It is a false statement. Data policies will be enforced to all data entered into the system, even when data is inserted via import set. Move to the next question. The ServiceNow platform uses a single system of record and a column data model. It is a true or false? It is a true statement. What does it means if the match all checkbox is checked in the user criteria form? 5 options are given and the correct option is the last one. The user must meet all criteria to be granted permissions. So if the match all is selected, all criteria must be met. Which of the following are valid options in the when field in the business rule form? Select all that apply. And the correct options are before, display, after, and async. These are the types of business rule. See, I have opened this business rule new record. So this is the when field and there are 4 options. Means when business rule should trigger. This is the trigger condition you can say. Before, after, async, and display. Next question. Which of the following statements best describe the dependency view? And the correct option is the last one. Dependency views display the configuration item and the business services that is a part of and that it supports. In the previous part, I already show you how you can check the dependency view of any CI. Let's move to the next question. The disadvantages of enabling the virtual agent is that some user would prefer to speak to a human agent. It is a true or false statement? It is a false statement. The user can always switch to speak to a human agent when available, even when the virtual agent is enabled. Does not matter. Final question for this part is how to make a notification subscribable. And the correct option is select the subscribable checkbox in the notification form. Let's verify it. I have opened email notification, and under the who will receive section, you can see here there is an option subscribable checkbox. You can select it when it's required. And that brings us to the end of the part 6. Take a moment to review your answers and see where you stand. The goal of this series is not just to get the answers right, but to understand how questions are framed in the CSA exam. That's the most important part. If you notice any answer that you think should be discussed or verified, feel free to mention in the comments. I will definitely look into it. As far as my research and knowledge, all the answers provided are correct. If this practice is helping you in your CSA preparation, support the channel by liking the video and sharing it with others who are planning to take the ServiceNow CSA exam. More practice questions are coming in the next part, so stay tuned. Thanks for practicing with me, and I will see you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the CSA practice series. This is part 7. If you have been following the previous parts, you already getting familiar with how questions appear in the ServiceNow CSA exam. In this video, we will continue practicing another set of exam style questions to test your understanding. Also remember that this channel is not only about practice questions. I regularly upload videos explaining ServiceNow concepts in detail to help you build a strong foundation. For example, I have already published part 1 of the service catalog series, and the next parts are coming soon where I will cover the topic in depth. So along with practicing questions, make sure you watch those concepts videos as well. And if you are preparing for the CSA exam, consider subscribing to the Glide script for more ServiceNow learning and certification preparation videos. Alright, let's begin with part 7. The first question of this series is, where will you create the order guide choices or questions? For example, department. And there are 4 options are given. Go to the order guide and go to the variable section. Second is go to social it, field administration, system properties and CSS module, and none of the above. And the correct answer is go to the order guide and go to the variable section. Then option number 1 is the correct. I have opened the form view of the order guide, out of the box order guide new hire. And if you'll scroll down, you can see under the variable section, if you need to add any questions, you'll have to come to the variable section and add from here. Next question is how to capture workflow in update set. Create, publish, check out, and validate are the options given. And the correct option is the publish. In ServiceNow, workflows must be published before they are captured in update sets. And only published version of workflows are included in update sets for migration between instances. So option number 2 is the correct option. The next question is, what is an access control? And the correct option is, it is a security rule defined and set at the row level and the column level, and it is executed when attempting to access any ServiceNow table. So option number 1 is the correct. And next question is, inbound actions can be used to select all that apply. 4 options are given and you have to select the multiple options from it. And the correct options are parse email, modify records, and the last one, create records. So these 3 options are the correct. Let's move to the next question. What is a data policy? 4 options are given and the correct option is the first one, enables admins to set mandatory and read-only states for fields and can enforce data consistency across applications. You can set import data as read-only, for example, user info. So the option number 1 is the correct one. Next question is, what is a UI policy? Only 3 options are given and the option number 2 is the correct. It is a rule that applies to a form to dynamically change the ways the fields behave in a form. Next question is, where would you go to start an import set? And the correct option is system import sets, load data. We will verify it in the PDI. Go to the filter navigator and type system import set. So under the system import sets module, you have the separate module for the load data. So you'll have to remember this because during exam you don't have any access to the PDI. So you'll have to remember these things. Next question is, what gets skipped during a major upgrade? And the right answer is any record that has been already from the base state. The upgrade app looks at the customer update table. For example, sys underscore update underscore XML. So option number 3 is the correct one. And the next question is, which of the following can be an example of out of the box table? And there are 4 options given: u underscore incident, then incident, x underscore, and then u underscore movie. And the correct option is the second one, incident. Incident is the out of the box. Next question is, which among the following is true regarding UI policies? And the right option is, based on the condition, it can be decided when to make it visible or hidden. Let's move to the next question. ACLs can be defined in what many ways? Conditional expressions, scripts, roles, or all of the above? And the right answer is all of the above. I already explained it in my video. You can be defined ACL by the conditional expression as well, scripts as well, roles as well. We will go to the ACL and check it. So I'm on my PDI and you can see I have opened a new record for the ACL, and you can see here, if you select table and everything, if it is a record level or field level, doesn't matter. See, here it is the conditions for the ACL, role, then condition, and then the script. If you select the advanced checkbox from here, you can write the script as well. You can see this image I have created for one of my ACL video. So execution order of the ACL, it's always check for the role, then condition, then script. And this is very important concept regarding the ACL and as for the interview. So remember this concept. Next question is, like business rule, notifications can be created when a record is inserted or updated. Is it true or false statement? And the right option is the true. It is a true statement. Notifications can be created when the record is inserted or updated. Next question is, what is SLM? They are just asking for the full form of this SLM, what it stands for. And the right option is the service level management. And it is a core functionality within the ServiceNow that help organization define and track and report on the quality of IT services delivered to users. And it focus on establishing agreements, SLAs, that outline the expected performance of these services. So SLM is the correct option for this question. Next is, where will you go to create an order guide? Only 3 options are given, and the correct option is under the service catalog, under catalog definition, you will have to go order guide and click new. So this is the correct steps while for the creating a new order guide. I am again on my PDI. I'll type order guide. See, under the service catalog, we have catalog definition. Under the catalog definition, there is a separate model, order guide. If you click on the order guide on new to create a new order guide, this is the order guide form. And the next question is, multiple choice, single text, and select box are what type of elements in ServiceNow? Related list, request types, order guides, or variable types? And the correct answer is the variable types. These are the variable types in the ServiceNow. Next question is, an ACL is dash type of security. And the correct answer is the contextual type of security. Contextual means the correct. You can say it's a correct. So last option is the correct option. The next question is, what is the correct sequence of the steps of a knowledge article? And the correct option is draft, review, publish, retire. And I will recommend you to remember this sequence because this is the most important questions, and there is a 90% of chance that you will get this question in your CSA exam. The option number 2 is the correct option. Next question is, the upgrade history module helps an admin locate and resolve upgrade conflicts by reverting customization to the base version if necessary. Is it a true or false statement? And it is a true statement. True is the correct option. Next question is, what are update sets? And the correct option is customization that can be moved from one instance to another. So option number 2 is the correct one. Next question is, how do you change the sort sequence of fields or tasks? Select options which are correct. And there are 3 options given, and we'll have to select the all correct options from these options. And the correct options are modify the order field, and then the second one, make changes by clicking on the gear icon. These 2 options are the correct one. So if you are editing a form, use the order field, and if you are editing list view, then use the gear icon. Next question is, in service catalog application, which module is used for creating items? And I hope all of you know about it. And the correct option is the maintain item. So maintain item under the service catalog definition, we have maintain item separate module for this. I have already created video, the first part of the service catalog. It's already on my channel. You can go and watch it. And then more videos are coming soon. Next is, how do you enhance homepage performance in case of gauges? To diagnose problems and improve homepage performance, administration can select all that apply. There are 5 options are given, and you have to select all the correct options. And the correct options are all 4 options from the top. The neutralize the application is not a correct option, other than all options are the correct one. Turn on homepage debugging, then troubleshoot slow dashboards, then correct is the parallel homepage rendering, and then homepage caching. So all these 4 options are the correct one. Remember these things. Next question is, all users can manage and set up import sets. Is this a true or false statement? And the correct option is the false. Because only users with specific permissions can manage and set up import sets in ServiceNow. All users cannot do it. So users require the import underscore set role or be a member of that group which has this role to perform these actions. So this is a false statement. Next question is, how to get security underscore admin role or elevated privilege for a user session? And the correct option is select the security underscore admin option in the elevate role section. So I am again on my PDI. If you click on this user profile, see under the elevate role, if you click it, you will have to select the security admin. And this is required to perform any type of the access control list. Next question is, a business rule can be set before or after the database action has occurred. It is a true or false statement, and the correct option is the true. So I'm on the business rule form, and you can see when business rule should trigger. This is the trigger condition for the business rule. You can see here before, after, async and display. Next question is type of SLA, that is SLA, OLA and UC are defined in which field. You can see how differently they are going to ask you the question from the SLA or from any topic. It is not always that you will get a straightforward question. This is the exact formatting of the question you will get in the CSA exam. Motive of this series is that you will get exact pattern of the question, how actually it's asked in the real exam. So type of SLA, OLA and UC are defined in which field? Retroactive start, condition field, type field and duration field. And the correct option is the type field. Let's verify it. So I am on the SLA definition new record form, and you can see here on the type field, if you click SLA, OLA and underpinning contract, that is nothing but UC. So correct option is the type. Next question is, what are the out of box progress stages for a service request? 4 options are given, and the correct option is all of the above. Waiting for approval, fulfillment, delivery. These are the progress stages for a service request. So all of the above option will be the correct for this question. Let's move to the next question. What is true about deleting tables? and there are three options given, and the correct option is only tables beginning with U underscore can be permanently deleted. This is the correct option. What was the first option? An ESS user can delete any table. It is a false statement. ESS means employee self-service. Users typically have limited permissions and would not have the ability to delete tables. So they are not going to delete any table. And the second option is deleting a table does not delete associated elements like views. It is also false, because the deleting a table can have cascading effects, potentially impacting views also, reports also, workflows also, and other elements that rely on that table. So it is always crucial to consider these dependencies before deleting a table. So the last option is the correct one. Custom tables in ServiceNow typically start with U underscore in the global scope or X underscore in the scoped application scope. So last option is the correct one. Next question is, what are the main tools you can use to automate ServiceNow? Correct option is UI policy, data policies, UI actions, and scripts. So these are the main tools you can use to automate ServiceNow. Next question is, which one is used to group related fields together? And the correct option is the sections, and it is used to group related fields together on a form. Next question is, what database kept all the customizations that you made on your instance? And the correct option is the first one, sys underscore update underscore XML. Remember these things. This table stores the actual data and configuration changes made to updates it in the ServiceNow. And it serves as the central repository for any customization in this platform. Next question is, what does a dictionary override do? And the correct option is, it provides the ability to override several aspects of a field in extended table. So the option number 3 is the correct one. Next question is, to create two columns in a form, how many splits should be used? And the correct option is 1. You don't necessarily need to split the form layout to create multiple columns. The form layout itself can be configured to have multiple columns within a single section. If you want more clarity on this, I will recommend you to go and watch my table video I have created in 2 parts. It will clear all of your doubts from the basic, how to create tables, how you can create sections, how you can create different columns, different types. So you can watch those videos as well. Next question is, what does a patch release fix? And the correct option is the second one. Combines hot fixes from the last feature release and does other fixes. Next question is, what is the healthy total response time for network, browser, and server? And the correct option, 3 seconds on average. So this is considered a very good response time for 3 seconds. And what does SaaS stand for? SaaS, software as a service. Very simple. And PaaS, like PaaS, is the platform as a service. So that's the end of the part 7. In this video, we covered around 35 practice questions. So far in this series, we have already crossed around 300 questions, which makes this series a very strong practice resource for your CSA preparation. If your goal is to clear the exam in one attempt and even aim for a 60 out of 60 score, I strongly recommend going through this entire series more than once, because the repeating these questions will help you recognize the patterns and strengthen your confidence before the actual exam. Again, I will repeat, if you think any answer needs verification, feel free to mention in the comment section and I will definitely look into it and update it. If this series is helping you, don't forget to like the video and share it with everyone who is preparing for the CSA exam. More questions are coming in the next part. I will see you there. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to the CSA practice series, and this is part 8. By now this series has already covered a large number of exam pattern questions, and if you have been practicing regularly, you are getting very close to the level required to clear the ServiceNow CSA exam in one attempt. Many viewers use this series as their final practice before the exam, So make sure you go through these questions seriously and even revisit the earlier parts. In this video, we will continue with another set of practice questions to further test your knowledge. Also, I would like to hear from you. Would you like me to create a similar practice series for the ServiceNow CAD exam as well? Let me know in the comment section. And if you are new here, consider subscribing to the Glide Script channel for more ServiceNow learning and certification preparation videos. Alright, let's start with part 8. For this part, the question number 1 is the problem underscore task table extends which table? There is no table such as problem underscore task, the first option. It does not extend any table, task or problem. These four options are given and you will have to select the correct option. And the correct answer is the task. We will verify it in the PDI. I will open this table, problem underscore task. You can see this extend task table. So the table label is the problem task, name problem underscore task is the name of this table, and then it extend task table. Let's move to the next question. Which one of the following is not a type of visual task board? There are four options given and the correct answer is feature. The option number 3. Feature is not a type of visual task board. So the freeform, flexible and guided are the some common types of visual task board. Move to the next question. A group can contain a nested group. Is it true or false? It is a true statement because a group can indeed contain a nested group. Next question is what records can be created when placing an order in service catalog? Select 3 answers. Out of 5 you will have to select 3 correct options and those 3 correct options are requested item, SC underscore request underscore item, REQ underscore item, then catalog task, C underscore task, and then request, SC underscore request. Let's move to the next question. How is it possible for a non-administrator to develop and deploy applications on the Now platform? Read all options very carefully. And the correct option is the last one, use delegated development and deployment application. Next question is who can access to schema maps, tables and column modules? ITIL user, end user, approver or administrator? And the correct option is the administrator. Last option is the correct one. Next question is when you have subject field on email notification as well as on the notification template, which one will appear on the sent email? And there are 4 options given and the correct option is subject from the email notification. In ServiceNow, when you have a subject defined both in the email notification and the notification template, then the subject from the email notification take precedence and will be used in the sent email. Remember this concept. Move to the next question. What does the attachment functionality in a knowledge base article do? And the correct option is it provides a choice of adding documents as attachments. Next is which of the following is possible via an inbound action? There are 4 options given. There are 2 options are correct. The second one is sends an email notification and the last one modifying existing records are the correct options. What is a ServiceNow event? 4 options are given. Read each and every options very carefully and the correct option is the number 3. It is an indication to the ServiceNow processes that sometimes notable has occurred. For example, approving a request, workflow, etc. Option number 3 is the correct. And the next question is when can SLAs include actions be triggered in ServiceNow instance? Breached, completed, in progress, anytime. And the correct answer is anytime. Because the SLA actions can be configured to trigger at any point in the SLA lifecycle. Next question is what is a module and application in the example? Given here incident and then create new. If I'll come in my PDI and if I'll type incident, so it is asking incident and create new, what these are. And the correct option is incident is an application and create new is a module. So this incident is application name and create new is a module. Similarly, if I'll type problem, so problem is the application and this create new assigned to me open, these are the module in the problem application. Next question is, which of the following concepts are associated with the ServiceNow CMDB? Choose 4. Out of 5, you'll have to select 4 correct options. And those 4 correct options are service processes, tables and fields, a database, and the last one, the dependency view. These are associated with this ServiceNow CMDB. Let's move to the next question. What details does a knowledge article hold? Select all that apply. And the correct options are known errors, user solutions, troubleshooting tips. These 3 options are the correct one. Next question is it true that system upgrade schedule auto updates an existing mid server to the latest build on a ServiceNow instance? Correct answer is false. It is a false statement. Let's move to the next question. What related tables does the schema map show? And the correct option is class extension or reference. Next is form context menu provides a graphical representation of other tables related to a specific table. Is it a true statement or false? It is a false statement. Next question is resetting the list layout globally will override personal preferences. Is it a true or false statement? It is a true statement. In ServiceNow, when you reset the list layout globally, it overrides all personal list layout preferences that individual user may have configured. Next question is when relating to a task SLA time-based field. Next question is which is the correct role that allows you personalizing a list view on a ServiceNow instance? And the correct answer is personalize_list. Next question is what is retroactive start in SLA? It is a very important concept in SLA. I have already explained in details in my SLA video, and that video is already on my channel. You can go and watch it after this video. You will be very clear about what is retroactive start in SLA and what is SLA itself. For this question, the correct option is the first one. It is used for attaching SLA from a particularly created date and time without attaching SLA on the open time. Next question is, can you change the number prefix from INC to IN for incident table? If yes, then which option is the correct? And if no, it is not possible. What is the correct answer? It is possible to change it. And the correct option is system definition. You will have to go number maintenance table. And that table name is the sys_number. Move to the next question. Enhanced notification preferences enable you to easily change your preferences and choose which notification you prefer, where and when you want to be notified. What options are available for users when setting their notification preferences in next experience? Select 3. You'll have to select 3 options out of 5. Read all options very carefully, and those correct options are the second one, enable or disable a particular channel for receiving notifications. Second correct option is the create, edit or delete notification channels for instant messages, emails, SMS and voice. And then the last option, create custom notification by subscribing to system notifications and applying desired conditions. So these 3 options are the correct options. Remember this. Next question is to access knowledge articles without login. The knowledge article must be in which state? Set to public, set to review, set to private or set to retire? And the correct answer is set to public. Next question is what can you do with a service catalog item once it is built? And the correct option is all the above. We'll have to do publish it in the service catalog, group in an order guide, show users questions and choices. So these all three options are the correct. So all of the above option will be the correct choice for this question. Next question is, what do requesters see when they go to service catalog? And the correct option is the self-service items. Next question is, where do you change the banner of the application? And the correct option is system properties and CSS properties. Next, if the default update set is marked complete, the system creates another update set named default1 and uses it as the default update set. So this is the correct option. Next question is, which of the following modules are available to ITIL users by default? Read all options, and the correct option is the incident, problem, change and service catalog. The last one is the correct one. These modules are available ITIL users by default. Next question is, a new group has been created to access service catalog request. However, the group members are not able to access it. What is the best practice that should be followed to make sure the group members are able to access the request? And that best practice is assign catalog role to the group and then add users to the group. That is the very best practice. First option is the correct one. Next question is, how do you get the categories on an incident and other table? And the correct option is go to the system definition and then choice list. First option is the correct one. Next question is, all workflows absolutely must have a beginning and an end. Is it a true or false statement? It is a true statement, because in ServiceNow all workflows must have a defined start and end point. Which among the following tables cannot be deleted? The correct answer is the base tables. For example, task cmdb_ci. Last one is the correct one. Next question is, what is the search engine used while doing the global search in ServiceNow? Zing, Zen, Google search or TRX? And the correct option is the Zing. Zing is the internal search engine used by the ServiceNow to power the global search functionality. And the last question for this part is that ServiceNow automatically provides number for which tables? Incident problem, incident change knowledge, incident problem request, all of the above. And the correct option is all of the above. ServiceNow automatically generates unique number for various record types, including incident, problem, change request, knowledge articles. So last option is the correct one. That's the end of part 8. By now, this entire series has already covered more than enough exam questions to help you clear the ServiceNow CX exam in one attempt. If you practice these questions seriously and revisit the series a few times, you will walk into the exam with strong confidence. If you find any answer that you think should be discussed or verified, feel free to mention in the comments. I will definitely look into it. If this series is helping you in your CSA preparation, please like the video and share it with everyone who are planning to take the CSA exam. Thanks for practicing along, and I will see you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the part 9 of the CSA practice series. At this stage, your focus should be on improving accuracy and building strong confidence. You have already practiced a wide range of exam style questions, and now it is about choosing the most correct answer with clarity. I also get a common question from many viewers about the length of this series. Honestly, by now this series has already covered enough questions to help you clear the CSA exam in your first attempt. But the key is you need to go through all parts honestly and practice properly. In this video, we will continue with another set of carefully structured questions based on the ServiceNow CSA exam pattern. If this series is helping you, make sure to subscribe to the Glide script for more ServiceNow learning videos and certification preparation content. Let's get started with part 9. So first question for this series is that use dash to categorize, flag and locate your records. And the options are search, favorites, tags and bookmarks. And the correct answer is tags. Tags are the powerful tool in ServiceNow to categorize and organize records. So option number 3 is the correct. Next question is, banner colors can be personalized from which section in ServiceNow? Developer section, theme section, navigation pane, and not possible. The correct option is theme section. Personalization of the banner color in ServiceNow is done through the theme section. So option number 2 is the correct one. Let's move to the next question. What defines and monitors the guarantees established with an outside supplier and is a tool for supplier management? And the correct option is the underpinning contract. This is the type of SLA. An underpinning contract, that is UC in ServiceNow, is a formal agreement between an organization and an external service provider. Next question is, after high security plugin is activated, a security underscore admin privilege is created. What is an elevated privilege? And the correct option is the last one, a role that has a special permission for the duration of the login session. And this role is used to create the ACL, security underscore admin. Move to the next question. Out of the below listed applications, which will not run natively on smartphones? And those options are workflow, service catalog, self-service, and user administration. And the correct option is the first one, workflow, because the workflow in ServiceNow are primarily designed to automate processes and tasks within the platform, but they do not run natively on smartphones. Next question is, when is a workflow complete? And the correct option is the third one, when the workflow reaches to end activity, it is considered to complete. Next question is, how does ServiceNow decide which application should be visible when a user log into ServiceNow? And the correct option is defined on the basis of roles assigned to the user. A role defines the permission and access rights for the user, including which application they can see and use. So option number 3 is the correct one. Which of the following option is an example of a UI policy? And those options are creating a new field on a form, to make priority field mandatory, increasing width of field, and none of these. And the correct option is to make priority field mandatory. As we know, UI policy is a rule that controls the behavior of UI elements on the ServiceNow form and lists, and it is used to hide or show fields based on certain conditions. We define the condition and then make fields mandatory or read-only under specific circumstances. So option number 2 is the correct one. Next question is, how do you monitor your ServiceNow servlet? And the correct option is stats.do. I will open it in my PDA. So after your instance URL, just type stats. And you can see all details of your instance here. Next, where can pause condition be used in SLA? And the correct option is it can be put on any desired field. This allows you to pause the SLA timer based on a specific criteria such as state, assignment group, or custom field. Next, which one of the following contains text search options? Knowledge, homepage, lists, or all of the above? And the correct option is all of the above. In knowledge, you can search for a specific articles or keywords. In homepage, you can search for records, articles, and other content from the homepage search bar, that is global search. List, you can use to use the built-in search functionality or filter and find a specific record in a list view. So all options are correct. Next question is, in ServiceNow, which of the following statement about metrics are correct? And you will have to choose more than one option. And the correct option is all 4 options are the correct for this question. Even if you'll select 3 out of 4, all 3 options will be the correct, but your answer will be counted as wrong. So you'll have to select all 4 options. Next question is, create incident, password reset, and report outage. What do these services in the service catalog have in common? And the options are, they direct the user to a catalog property, they direct the user to a record producer, they direct the user to a catalog UI policy, and the last one, they direct the user to a catalog client script. And the correct option is, they direct the user to a record producer. Next question is, the manager plans to send the same report every month to the client via email. What can help with this? Seems very simple. And the correct option is the second one, schedule report. Scheduled report or a scheduled report will be the correct option. Move to the next question. What do you need to do before you can use an application-based trigger in your flow? 5 options are given, and the correct option is the third one, activate application spoke and plugin as needed. So this will be the correct. Next, what is a key difference between reporting and performance analytics? Again, 5 options are given, and the correct option is the third one. Performance analytics contains snapshot of the data taken over time, and reporting shows only the data as it is at the moment the report is run. This is the key difference between reporting and performance analytics. Move to the next question. The ServiceNow platform includes which type of interfaces? You'll have to select 3 answers out of 6, and those 3 correct options are Now mobile apps, then the service portals, and then Now platform user interfaces. So these 3 options are the correct. Move to the next question. Which database provides a logical model of your company's infrastructure by identifying, controlling, maintaining, and verifying configuration items that exist? 5 options are given, and we'll have to choose the correct one, and then the correct option is the CMDB, that is configuration management database. So CMDB is the correct option. Next question is, there is no need to create new import set for every time you need to import data. You can reuse the import set if you are importing data with the same columns. Is this a true or false statement? And the correct answer is the true. It is a true statement. Next question is, what ServiceNow API will you use to retrieve the incident data in the server script? There are 4 options given: G_form API, Glide Record API, Glide API, and Glide Data. And the correct option is the Glide Record. Glide Record allows querying, inserting, updating, and deleting records in ServiceNow tables. Because G_form is a client-side API, not server-side. So it cannot be used in server-side script to retrieve incident data or any data. And Glide API is not a valid API in the ServiceNow. So this is the wrong option. And Glide Data is also not a valid ServiceNow API. So Glide Record is the correct one. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following modules can be used to track the requests that you submitted? And the correct option is self-service, then my request, and the self-service. Last option is the correct one. Let's move to the next question. Delegated developers automatically get the permission for development. It is a true or false statement? And it is a false statement. Delegated developers do not automatically get permission for the development in ServiceNow. Next question is, one of the important features in Now platform is that it is specialized to a specific departments. It is a true or false? It is again a false statement. Now platform is not limited to a specific departments or functions. Move to the next question. You can approve or reject an approval request record by right-clicking the approval request in the list and then selecting approve or reject. It is a true or false? It is a true statement. In my catalog flow designer, I have demonstrated this concept. If you'll watch that series, catalog series, you will get to know about it. So it is a true statement. Next question is, import articles button can be used to import articles from Word documents into the knowledge base. It is a true or false statement? It is a true statement. Let's move to the next question. Related lists do not appear on a form until a record has been saved to the database. It is a true or false statement? And again, it is a true statement. You will have to save the form to related list to be appear on that form. So it is a true. ATF can consist of steps that run on web browser. It is a true or false? It is a true statement. ATF is nothing but automated test framework in ServiceNow can indeed consist of steps that run on a web browser. Next question is, which module displays a list of tasks assigned to a user's group but not yet to a specific user? 6 options are given and you will have to choose only one out of the 6. So be careful. First option is the correct one. Service desk, my group's work. Next question is that which module can be used to see a list of events that have been triggered? And the correct option is that under system policy events, under event we have module event log. And that's it for the part 9. I hope you are feeling more confident with your preparation. If you have any doubts or find anything to discuss, drop it in the comment section. Like, share and subscribe for the next part. See you in the next video. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to the part 10 of the CSA practice series. In this video, you will attempt more than 45 exam style questions based on the ServiceNow CSA pattern. By now, you have already practiced a large number of questions, so this is a great chance to test your accuracy and confidence. As you go through the questions, if you notice any duplicate question from previous parts, let me know in the comments so I can review it. If you are finding this series helpful, consider subscribing to the Glide script for more ServiceNow learning and exam preparation content. Let's begin part 10. The first question for this series is that to retrieve an update set from a remote instance in the production instance, navigate to. There are 5 options given and the correct option is all, then system update sets, then we'll have to go update source module. So option number 2 is the correct one. Next question is, as an IT employee, what interface would you use if you wanted to browse internal IT documentation like troubleshooting scripts and frequently asked questions? And the correct answer is knowledge. So you'll have to explore the knowledge article. Next question is, which one of the following statements describe the contents of the configuration management database CMDB? And out of 4 options, the last option is the correct one. The CMDB contains data about tangible and intangible business assets. Next question is, what are the 3 key tables in an enterprise CMDB? Select 3 answers. So out of 6 options, you'll have to select 3, and those 3 correct options are the CMDB underscore rel underscore CI, and then the second option CMDB, and then CMDB underscore CI. So these 3 options are the correct answer. The next question is, your customer would like to create a new template to notify users who are affected by network outages at their site. Which module would you use to create a new notification? And then the correct answer is system notification. You'll have to go email. Under email, there is a separate module is notification. So option number 1 is the correct one. Next, move to the next question. And that is, on a filter condition, which component is always a choice list? And then the correct answer is operator. As we know, field, operator and value is the filter condition components. Out of this, operator is always a choice list. For example, is not, is one of, greater than, is different, is empty string, on, after, start with, etc. These are the choice list. Move to the next question. A role is defined as what? There are four options given, and the correct answer is a collection of permissions. So roles always a collection of permission. Move to the next question. If a knowledge base has no access details specified, what users are able to read articles in that knowledge base? And the correct answer is any active user. So any active user will be the correct answer for this question. Move to the next question. What catalog tool would you use to create a catalog item or record producer? And the correct answer is catalog builder. So catalog builder is the tool you will use to build a catalog item or record producer. Move to the next question. What is common between CIs, that is configuration items, users and groups? And the correct answer is any changes to these are not captured in an update set. As we know, data are not going to capture in the update set. Move to the next question. Tables may have a one-to-many relationships. From the service catalog, what are examples of tables having a one-to-many relationships? Select three answers. 5 options given, and the correct answer are the first 3 options. One request can have many requested items. One request item can have many catalog tasks, and one requested item can have many approvals. So these 3 options are the correct options. Move to the next question. In what order are access controls evaluated? And the correct answer is the first one, table level, most specific to most general, then field level, most specific to most general. So the first option is the correct one. Move to the next question. What is the name of the string that displays filter criteria? Options are given: menu, choice, topic, and breadcrumb. And the correct answer is the breadcrumb. So this is the string, and this is nothing but the filter condition. I have applied it. Random filter. Active is true, category is hardware, or category is hardware, and then state is one of this. And then if I'll run this, you will get this string that is nothing but the filter query. You can copy this query. So breadcrumb is the correct answer for this question. Move to the next question. Virtual agent capabilities include which 3 of the following? And the correct answers are performing diagnostics, then providing tutorial how to information, and then last one, the answering frequently asked questions. So these are the correct answer. Let's move to the next question. Which features allow you to update multiple records at one time? Select 2 answers. And those correct answers are update selected action, and the last one, list editor. So these 2 options are the correct one. Next question is, how can the abbreviation CSDM be expanded? So it's asking the full form of the CSDM, and the correct answer is the common service data model. You will have to remember it. The last option is the correct one. Move to the next question. An order from the service catalog has been placed. 2 records in the platform are created as a result. Which 2 records are associated with this newly ordered item? Select 2 answers. So you will have to select 2 options, and those 2 correct options are the last 2. A record of SC underscore REQ underscore item table, and then a record of SC underscore task. I will recommend you to go and watch my service catalog series. It will clear all of the doubt regarding the service catalog, and you will counter all questions related to service catalog. I have already created 3 or 4 videos as of now. apart from the service record producer, so you can go and watch those videos. Let's move to the next question. A customer wants to use a client script to validate things on a form in order to make sure the submission makes sense. What type of client script would you recommend to meet this requirement? And the correct answer is, by the name it suggests, on submit. As we know, there are four types of client script: on load, submit, and on change, and on cell edit. So for this question, on submit will be the correct answer. Let's move to the next question. Which ServiceNow products can be used to discover and populate the CMDB? Select two answers. And those correct answers are the Integration Hub ETL, and the last one is the Discovery. Move to the next question. Which system property is added and set to true in order to see impersonation events in the system log? And the correct answer is the glide.sys.log_impersonation. So as you can see in the previous part, there are questions regarding the impersonation, how the questions are crafted in different way. So you'll have to remember the concept. Remember this, the property names glide.sys.log_impersonation. This is the correct answer. Let's move to the next question. What type of user persona has clearly defined paths and workflows in the platform and have one or more roles? That is ITIL and approver_user. And the correct answer is the process user. Let's move to the next question. You are asked to create an option in the service catalog which will allow a user to click Get Help and describe the issue they are having. These forms should create incident records which are automatically routed to the service desk. Which method would you use? And the correct answer is the create record producer. Next question is, what is the name of the table relationship where two or more tables are related in a bidirectional relationship so that the related records are visible from both tables in a related list? And the correct answer is the many-to-many relationship. First option is the correct answer for this question. Let's move to the next question. What feature do you use to specify which users are able to access a service catalog item? And the correct option is the user criteria. So based on the user criteria, you can limit the accessibility of a catalog item. This concept also I have explained in details in my service catalog series. I will recommend you to go and watch this after this video. Let's move to the next question. Table access controls rules are processed in the following order. There are 4 orders are given and you have to choose the correct one. And the correct answer is the second one. Table name, then parent table name, then any table name, that will be the wildcard. Let's move to the next question. What types of entities can receive task assignments in ServiceNow? Select 2 answers, and those 2 entities are users and groups can receive task assignment. Let's move to the next question. You have been asked to create a way for the users to order a new iPhone, but only if they get 2 levels of approval. The approvers and users should be automatically notified at each approval level. What feature would you use to manage the approvals and notifications? And the correct answer is the flows. The scenario is given and you will have to approach the scenario by the flows designer. I have a separate video on the flow in the service catalog series, and I have created many notification. I send notification to the requester or user at different level. Then I have also used approvals. So after this video, you can go and watch that video. That will help you to clear all the concepts. Let's move to the next question. Which ServiceNow capability allows you to provide knowledge articles via a conversational messaging interface? And the correct answer is the virtual agent. Move to the next question. Access control rules may provide access security for which of the following database objects? Out of the four options, the correct answer is the third one, for a specific row, column, and or a table. So option number 3 is the correct answer. Move to the next question. A new service desk employee in Latin America complains that the create dates and times are incorrect on their incident list. What would you suggest to fix this issue? Again, a scenario based question, and the correct answer is that have them use the gear icon to set the employee's time zone. Move to the next question. On a filter condition, there is an element which is based on the table, the user access rights and columns on the table. What is this element called? And that element is called as field. Move to the next question. Again, a scenario based question. A customer has asked for the following updates to a form. Make resolution code mandatory when a state is changed to resolved. Then hide major incident checkbox unless logged in user has major incident manager role. Then what type of roles would you use to implement this requirement? And the correct answer is very simple, UI policy. You can achieve this requirement by the help of UI policy. Move to the next question. Which mobile application is designed to interact with customer support and is not customizable? And the correct answer is the Now Support. Let's move to the next question. Again, scenario based question. You will definitely get scenario based questions in your CSA exam. So don't ignore these questions, this type of questions. The customer has asked that you change the default layout of the task list. They would like these columns in this order: number, task type, parent, short description, assignment group, assigned to, and updated. Right click on any column header, then context menu, configure list layout. The first option is the correct answer. You'll have to go to the list layout and you can, for example, if I click here, go to the configure and then list layout. This is the slash bucket. As per the requirement, you can change here number, open, short description, whatever the field is that you can drag and drop up and down as per the requirement given by the customer. You can add or remove these fields by the available and selected. These are the selected fields and these are the available. Everything I have explained in my table video. You can go and watch this. So it's very important that your concept should be clear, your basics should be clear before appearing into the exam. So these questions are not going to help you in the exam unless you have not cleared your concept. So let's move to the next question. What is the most common role that has access to almost all platform features, functions, and data? And I hope all of you know aware about this. That is nothing but system administrator admin role. Let's move to the next question. What resource can you use to view details of the tables and configuration item, that is CIs, associated with a particular use case? And the correct answer is Common Service Data Model, CSDM product view. This is the correct answer for this question. Let's move to the next. Automated chatting agent available on the service portal is commonly referred to as virtual agent. So virtual agent is the correct. Let's move to the next question. You cannot deactivate a plugin once it has been activated. Is it a true or false statement? Yes, it is a true statement. You cannot deactivate a plugin once it has been activated. If you need it, you can hide the functionality. So true is the correct option. Let's move to the next question. Where can admin check which release is running on an ServiceNow instance? And the correct answer is the stats module. You have to go to the stats.do after your instance URL, and then you can see all your details regarding your instance. So first option is the correct one. Let's move to the next question. Which testing framework is used to test ServiceNow applications? And that is Automated Test Framework, ATF. So second option is the correct one. Let's move to the next. Which module is used to access the knowledge base which are available to particular non-admin users? Don't confuse here. It is asking for the non-admin user. So correct option is the last one, self-service. Under self-service, we have a knowledge module. You can verify in your PDI. Let's move to the next question. What is a no-code approach to control the mandatory or read-only state of a form field? Again, the correct answer is the UI policy. We can write script in the UI policy as well, but it is a no-code approach. You can change the field behavior by the using of UI policy. Let's move to the next question. What type of query allows you to filter list data using normal words instead of the conditional builder? And the correct answer is the natural language query. So option number 2 is the correct. Let's move to the next question. When managing tags, you can adjust who is able to see it. What are the visibility options? Select 3 answers. And the correct answers are everyone, me, and then groups and users. So last 3 options are the correct. Let's move to the next. How would you distinguish between a base class table and a parent class table? To answer this, you should have the concept clear about what is the base class table and parent class table. What is custom table? So all these things you should have. What is parent, what is base, what is core table, what is custom table. If you have these concepts clear about these tables classification, you can counter all these type of questions. So for this question, the correct answer is the last one. Base class table is not extended from another table, and parent class tables may be extended from another table. So for example, task is a base table, and the incident, problem, change are extended from the task. Those tables are parent tables, but the base table is the task table. Task is not extended from any other table. Let's move to the next question. How are products and services in the service catalog organized? And it's very simple, categories and subcategories. So first option is the correct one. Let's move to the next question. And this is the final question for this series, the question number 47. A record is added to which table each time a knowledge article is viewed? And the correct answer is knowledge use. And that table name is kb_use. Just go to the PDI, use this table name and open it and see what data are available. That's it for part 10. If you have already attended the CSA exam, I would really like to hear your experience. Let me know in the comments. Did this series help you during the exam or not? I need your honest review. Your feedback will be very helpful for other viewers who are preparing. If you have any doubts or want to discuss any answer, feel free to comment. I will look into it. If this series is helping you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more ServiceNow content. See you in the next part. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to part 11, the final part of the CSA practice series. In this video, you will attempt 50 exam pattern questions, and with this, we complete the entire series of 500 plus questions exactly as I promised. If you have followed all parts honestly, this series alone is more than enough to help you clear the CSA exam in your very first attempt. Just revise and practice, your confidence will be on another level. I have put a lot of time and effort into building this complete series because I noticed there was not any channel covering CSA preparation in such a structured and practical way. My only request is take some time, go through all parts, and use this series properly so you can clear the exam without spending money on random resources. Also, share this playlist with anyone who is searching for CSA questions or dumps in WhatsApp groups or any other platforms. It will really help others. If you appreciate this effort, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment so this content can reach more people who need it. And one more thing, if you want a similar practice series for the ServiceNow CAD exam, let me know in the comments. I'll plan it based on your responses. Alright, let's begin with the final part. So first question for this last series is that on a related list, which buttons are commonly used for managing the records on the list? And you have to select more than one option. Options are given: add, manage, new, publish, and edit. And the correct options are add, new, and edit. As you can see, I have added this screenshot. This is the screenshot of related list. You can see new, edit, and add. These are the buttons. So you'll have to remember these things. It's a very tricky question. So let's move to the next question for this series. And the next question is, which one of the following statement is true about column context menu? And four options are given. And the correct option is the first one. It displays actions such as creating quick reports, configuring the list, and exporting data. As you can see, I have taken a screenshot of the column context menu. If you right click on any column header, so these are the options, you will get it. So you'll have to select quick reports, configuring the list, and exporting data. See, you can export the data, configuration, you can create reports as well. Let's move to the next question. And next question is that when looking at a long list of records, you want to quickly filter to show only those which have category of hardware. How might you do that? It's a very simple. The last option is the correct one. On the list, locate and right click on the value hardware, select show matching. So it will show only the records having the category like hardware. So I have taken this screenshot of incident record. See, if I'll click right click on the hardware or any category or any state or priority, and it will, if you'll click on the show matching, so you will get only those record with that category selected. And if you'll select on the filter out, so if you select inquiry and you will click on filter out, so all inquiry will be removed from this list, or you can say hide, filter out. So this question might be asked in different way, but you'll have to remember the concept, what it is asking. Let's move to the next question. Which modules can you use to create a new table? Select two answers. And those options are given here: tables, schema map, database, applications, and tables and columns. As we know, under the system definition, we have tables and columns. There are two modules to create table. So the next question is, which of the following is not a database setting on the application access section of a table? Can create, can update, can write, can read, and can delete are the options given. Five options are given, and you will have to select the correct one, and that correct answer is the can write. As we can verify it in the screenshot, this is, I have opened my table. I have created this table new tire request, and if I'll come into the section application access, you can see the can read, can create, can update, and can delete. These are the options given under this section, but here can write is the option which is not available here. So let's move to the next question. A task worker asks how they can monitor any updates occurring to records assigned to him, like responses from customers. What do you suggest? And the correct answer is the third one. On my work list, select the activity stream icon to show a frame with live updates. Let's move to the next question. What will happen if you click show matching on the software category on the incident list? And this is the similar type of question earlier we saw it. The correct answer is the first one. All incidents with software category will remain visible. Let's move to the next question. On the form header, which element you to access form templates? Options are given: more options, stamp, paperclip, and pages. And the right answer is more options. As you can see in this screenshot, I have opened a random incident number. If you click on this three dot, more option, and in the bottom of the form you can see templates, incident call type and measure incident templates are there. Right answer for this question is that more options. You'll have to select this. Let's move to the next question. The report designer contains different sections for configuring your report. Which section is used to adjust the look of your report, including colors, titles, and legend layout? And the correct answer is the style. This is the screenshot of the creating a report. You can see style. Under style, you can configure chart title, chart show chart title, then size of the chart title, color also, and alignment. And I will recommend you to not focus on this style only. Please focus on what is under the data, what you can configure under the type, and what is the and you can configure under the configure section, and then style. There will be a definite question from this, out of these, what you can configure in data and type and configuration style, what type of the report you can create under the data. So everything might be, and if you want to show the report without saving it, you'll have to click on this run button. So definitely this type of question will be there, so you'll have to remember this. So I will recommend you to go create a report from scratch. Take any demo data from the incident table or any table, problem table, and then look into every type, everything like data type, configure style, what you can configure in all these things. So we are moving to the next question. What happens if you select publish when creating articles manually or by import? And the answer for this question is the first one. It triggers the publish workflow assigned to the knowledge base. So it will trigger the publish workflow assigned to the knowledge base. The first option is the correct one. So we are moving to the next question. Which module would you use to create a new automation of business logic such as approvals, tasks, and notifications? And that answer out of these five options is the last one: process automation, then flow designer. So under the process automation application, you have the flow designer module. You will have to click on that flow designer module. There will be a page open into the new tab, and you can create. And these are the actions: approval, task, notification are the action under the flow designer. So don't confuse with it. You'll have to understand the question, what is asking and what is the options given, what are the options given, and you'll have to decide based on the questions and option given. So last option is the correct one. We are moving to the next question. Which tab on the knowledge base record would you use to identify the sets of users who are able to read articles in that knowledge base? And the correct option is the can read. As you can see in this screenshot, and read this all can read. For this question, the can read is the correct answer. But again, I will recommend you to read all the related lists: can read, cannot read, can contribute, cannot contribute. So can read description, you can read. Users can read knowledge articles in the knowledge base. Cannot read, users cannot read knowledge articles in the knowledge base. So accordingly, read they can contribute and cannot contribute. Might be a question for those options as well. So you'll have to remember the concept. So we are moving to the next question. What sections do you need to fill in when creating a notification? And you'll have to select three answers. And those three options are: who will receive, when to send, and what it will contain. As you can see in this screenshot, I have taken a screenshot from the notification record, and you can see the section: when to send, who will receive, what it will contain. These three options are the correct one. You'll have to decide when you'll create the notification. Let's move to the next question. Knowledge based search results can be sorted by which of the following? You'll have to select three answers. And those three options are views, relevance, and the newest. These three options. And please remember these things. These things type of questions are always asked in the CSA exam. You can see I have highlighted this. Sort by relevance, views, newest, and alphabetical. Sometimes alphabetical will be also included in your options. If you remember these four options, you can counter this type of question. So we are moving to the next question. What ServiceNow feature can be triggered by events and is used to inform users about activities or updates in ServiceNow? And I hope you are getting right option, and that is nothing but notifications. See, I have taken again the screenshot of the notification, and you can see send when event is fired. So notification is the correct answer for this, because it is asking triggered by events. See, event is fired. So this notification will be triggered whenever there will be an event, and that event will be defined in the script part. We can trigger notification by the flow designer as well, and we always do it as a developer. I will make a separate video notification, don't worry. Let's move to the next question. The report designer contains different sections for configuring your report. Which section is used to specify the name of the report and the table or data source for the report? As I told you earlier, you'll have to remember in which section everything is configured in the report while creating a report. For this question, data is the correct answer. See, I have taken a screenshot. Under the data, you can define the report name, source type, and then data source. So previously it was, I think, style. There was a question for the style tab. Now for the data, and definitely there will be a question from out of these four. So let's move to the next question. While showing a customer their incident form, they ask to change the priority field title to display their internal terminology. How would you do that? Select two answers. So out of these four options, there are two correct options. So you'll have to select those two correct answers, and those two correct answers are the first and second. Right click on priority and select configure dictionary, and right click on the priority and select configure label. So at the dictionary label, you can change the backend name of any field. See, I have taken the screenshot of the priority field. If you right click on the any field, see there are options configure label and the configure dictionary, and you can change the name of the any field by this way. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following statement is true about sys underscore dictionary? And there are only two options are given, and you will have to select the correct one. And the correct answer is the first one. Sys underscore dictionary is a table where all the details about the fields are stored. In the previous question, we saw it. Let's move to the next question. You will see a text area widget where you can add conditional expressions to your ACL. It is known as content frame conditional expressions SLA condition evaluation, and the correct answer is the conditional expressions, as the name suggests. And this question will be asked in many ways, so remember this concept. Move to the next question. In a workflow, what is the workflow timeline? Read all three options carefully, and the correct option is the middle one. Shows the progress of a workflow. It provides a complete time-based display of activities associated with workflow context. So this is the right answer. We are moving to the next question. What does a request number in service catalog represent? So it represents the order number. So whenever you place a request from the service catalog, there is an REQ number is generated. So it represents the order number. So remember this. Let's move to the next question. An outbound SOAP message is defined. Which function can invoke the SOAP message? And the correct answer is the UI action. So UI action can be configured to trigger various actions, including sending outbound SOAP messages. By defining specific condition and scripts within a UI action, you can initiate SOAP call to external system when certain event occurs. Maybe that event will be a record is being created or updated, a button being clicked on a form or list, a specific condition being met. So UI action will be the correct answer. Next question. Which one of the following statements describe the contents of the configuration management database CMDB? Option number A is the CMDB contains of data about tangible and intangible business assets. Option number B is the CMDB contains the business rule that direct the intangible configurable assets used by a company. The CMDB archives all service management, past equipment, metadata, and uses statistics. And the D is the CMDB contains ITIL process data pertaining to configuration item. And you'll have to select the correct answer. If you watch the last part of this series, there was a question about this same concept. See how the questions are asked in different ways. The same questions might be asked in 4 to 5 different ways. So if you'll remember the concept behind the question, you can tackle all type of. So for this question, statement A is the correct one. The CMDB contains the data about tangible and intangible business assets. And this type of question will be definitely there. So next question is, which of the following can be performed by inbound email action? And the correct answer is create or update task record. So this is the correct option for this question. Let's move to the next. Which one of the following is true characteristics for workflows in service catalog? Read all options very carefully. And the correct option is the workflows can have a multiple rounds of approval actions. Workflows can have a multiple approvals, and that approval is nothing but an action. So the last option is the correct one. Let's move to the next question. Which one of the following statement is true for a field on an audited table? And only 2 options are given. And the correct answer is the first one. Add no underscore audit is equal to true to attribute for exclude from auditing. To exclude a field from being audited in ServiceNow, what you can do, you need to add the attribute no underscore audit is equal to true to the field definition. This tells the system to not track changes to that specific field. So remember this concept. Let's move to the next question. Dash application menu has the details about the upgrades in the system. And the correct answer is the upgrade history. Upgrade history in application menu in ServiceNow provide detailed information about the upgrade history of your instance. It can include like upgrade versions, upgrade dates, upgrade notes, patch information, etc. So upgrade history is the correct answer for this question. Let's move to the next question. Knowledge process consists of which of the below components? Only 2 options are given, and the correct answer is the first one. Document creation, approval and review from SMEs, and publishing. Remember this. It can be asked in many ways. Let's move to the next question. Fill in the blank. Dash is any content created using the ServiceNow knowledge base. You'll have to fill this blank area out of these 4 options, and the correct option is the article. So article will be the correct answer. Article is any content created using the ServiceNow knowledge base. Let's move to the next question. Choose the table name where business rule information is stored in a ServiceNow instance. And the correct answer is the second one, sys underscore script table. Open this sys underscore script table in your PDI and you can verify it. Move to the next question. The mid server initiates all communication with the ServiceNow instance. This communication is saved as records in dash. Fill the blank with the correct options. Options are transactions, import queue, staging table, and ECC queue. So correct option is the ECC queue because it holds communication records. And the transaction, what transaction holds? Remember this? It holds the session logs, not the mid server communication. And the import queue, what it holds? Data imports. And a staging table, it is an import staging, not for the mid server. So ECCQ is the correct option for this question. Move to the next question. Only predefined roles can be migrated from one instance to another. Is it a true or false statement? What do you think? It's a false statement, yes. Move to the next question. When searching using the app navigator search field, what can be returned? Choose 4. There are options given: name of the applications and modules, name of the modules, name of the applications, favorites, history records, title of dashboard cases. And the correct option is the first one, A, B, C, D. So if you'll search anything in the app navigator, so name of the application and modules will be returned, name of the module will be returned, name of the application will be returned, and the favorite is nothing but the application module. We can mark any module as favorite, any application as favorite. So that can be also returned when you will search in the filter navigator. History is not going to return in the filter navigator. We have a separate tab, you can say. Titles and dashboards are different. First four options, A, B, C, D, is the correct one, and definitely this type of question will be there in your exam. Let's move to the next question. ServiceNow Virtual Agent provides assistance with a messaging interface, which probability allows end users to configure virtual agent to intercept and help resolve submitted tickets. Incident auto resolution, ticket resolver, virtual agent helper, and web intelligence. And the correct option is the incident auto resolution. It is the correct option because it allows end users to configure virtual agent to intercept and help resolve submitted tickets by using machine learning and natural language understanding NLU to identify the criticality of the issue and provide appropriate resolution. So this is the correct option. Move to the next question. In SLA, what attributes controls what is calculated as hours in a workday of work weekdays? And the correct answer is schedule or a schedule is the correct option. Next question is, what enables you to track and aggregate data over time through elements called scorecards and indicators? And the correct option is the performance analytics. So first option is the correct one. Next question is, from the below, choose all the possible ways by which a service catalog workflow be attached. Three options are given, and the correct options are automatically on condition and manually and on catalog item form. So these two options are the correct one. Let's move to the next question. Tables that exist in the base system are called. Six options are given, and you'll have to select only one, and the correct option is a core table. In the previous part, I also told you to remember the concept of core, custom, parent, child, base tables. If you have concepts clear about these tables, you will counter any questions which are asked in this manner. Let's move to the next question. On access control definitions, what are ways you can set the permissions on a table? Select three answers. And the correct options are groups, roles, and conditional expressions. These three options are the correct one. Let's move to the next question. When designing a relationship between two configuration items, which of the following roles will be base CI take? Read all options very carefully, and the correct option is the base CI will be the child CI. The last option is the correct option for this question. Base CI is, the base CI is always considered the child CI in the relationship. Base is the always child. Remember this concept. And related CI is treated as the parent CI. And CI is nothing but the configuration item. Let's move to the next question. The employee onboarding team has asked for a way for managers to order computers, monitors, business cards, and cell phones for new employees. How would you proceed to meet the requirement? And the correct option is create order guide. You will have to create the order guide. Let's move to the next question. Which field type displays as a checkbox on the form? Select all that apply. True and false and checkbox. These two options are the correct one. Don't select the checkbox list or multi-select choices or choice. True, false, and checkbox are the correct one. Let's move to the next question. What happens when you change the order of columns using the column context menu, then configure, then list layout? And the correct option is the order of the column for this list changes for all users. If you'll change this list layout, it will be impact to all users, not only you. So remember this. Let's move to the next question. Which resource would you use to determine if a specific user could contribute to a particular knowledge base? And the correct answer will be the user criteria diagnostics. So remember this. Let's move to the next question. Business rules are real time, true or false? False. False will be the correct option. Business rules in ServiceNow are not real time. They run on the server side when records are inserted, updated, deleted, or queried, and they execute before or after database operations. So they are not the real time. False is the correct option for this question. Let's move to the next question. ServiceNow provides customers with a dedicated database, applications, and data isolation using which one of the following models? And the correct option is a single tenant. You know what is single tenant? Single tenant architecture means each customer gets their own dedicated instance of the ServiceNow platform. This provides the highest level of security and isolation for each customer's data. Let's move to the next question. How can administrators utilize the same content for different notification channels? And the correct answer is the last one. Provide common notification content. Let's move to the next question. Which fields can be configured in reporting to perform arithmetic, coalesce, concatenation, and length? And the correct answer is the function fields. So function field is the correct option. Let's move to the next question. How can administrators personalize access to applications and modules for users and groups in the platform to complete their work more efficiently? And you will have to select three answers. And those three answers are the first three. Create home pages and dashboards and assign specific work to users and groups. Create a workspace with links to access the applications and modules. Then configure a custom menu. You can configure a custom menu as well. So these three options are the correct one. And the 50th question, final question for this entire series, is that users with the following role will have full view, edit, delete, and share privileges for all dashboards on given ServiceNow instance. Which role is required? Is dashboard underscore admin. The last is the correct option, dashboard underscore admin. And with this, we come to the end of this entire CSA practice series. From part 1 to part 11, we have covered more than 500 real exam pattern questions together. And I promised in my very first video that I will cover more than 500 questions, and I hope I did so. If you have practiced all parts honestly, you are not the same learner anymore. You are exam ready, I can guarantee it. I genuinely hope this series helps you clear the CSA exam in your very first attempt. That was the only goal behind putting so much time and effort into this. If this series helped you even a little, just let me know in the comments. Your feedback truly means a lot and it motivates me to create more such content. Also, if you clear your exam, do come back and share your success here. It will inspire others who are still preparing. Don't forget to share this playlist with others who are searching for CSA questions or dumps. It might really help someone. Thank you for being part of this journey. Wishing you all the best for your exam. See you in the next part with another topic on my channel. For this series, that's it. Thank you.